Funky doggo, yeah. Hi boys. Happy Valentine's. Hello, hi Wisp. There we go. So listen, baby, so old, everything we own, not for plastic gold, all the do 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 do. Ba 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 ba. Right here is where you wanna be. Oh baby with me, come baby with me. I'm gonna be here all my life, sat waiting on you. Gonna be surprised, so tell me where we go from here. Tell me where we go from here. Ba 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 da da. How's everyone? I hope you guys are well. Do 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 do. Do do do. Hi boys, I hope you're well and you're excited for stream today. I worked really hard on this stream. Hi Daisy, I hope your dinner was well, lad. We even got custom music, boys. I found a Valentine's Day royalty-free music for Twitch streams playlist, so we're gonna have some romantic music, lads. And you guys get to make fun of me, you know, the perfect combination. It's handshaking emoji, so true. Gray, hello! Lovely to see all of you here, boys. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 da 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 da. Do 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 do. Intro time. Sham, boys. Boom. Boom. Are you ready, lads? Are you ready for mayhaps the most unhinged stream I've ever done? You're a she? That's Pog. I just call everyone like king and shit. If it bothers you, I do apologize and I will switch over. But I don't know. It's just infiltrated my speech a lot. But yeah, I hope your dinner went well. So boys. Now, okay, so I originally thought I wasn't streaming today because I had plans with friends, but then there were like some public transit strikes, so we couldn't like meet up, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna stream then, you know, my typical weekly activity, as in like weekday, no, I do this weekly, I do this like almost daily. And I had this idea, inspired by my friend Casper, shout out, who did something kind of similar, and shared a little bit about it during... Hi, Kat! Shared a bit about it during my last subathon in December. And it is... What if I made a PowerPoint presentation with all of, like, my childhood crushes, and you guys get to just judge me harshly and make fun of me? Yeah, this is gonna go well. Surely there will be no issues. So yeah, this is welcome to Yellow's Childhood Crushes. Rate from 1 to 10 on unhingedness. Parentheses, I'm very single, so... Yeah, thank you for the kind words, Whisper. Appreciate it, lad. Now, again, yeah, so you can rate, you can make fun, you can share your own things. I will, this is how it'll work, lads. I will give you an image, 10 is the most unhinged. Yes, 10 is the most unhinged. 1 is like the most normal, like a lot of people would agree with this. Like, this is nothing outrageous. And then 10 is like, you belong just in like an abandoned island. This is so out there. Why the fuck would you ever think this character / person, like, what the fuck is going on? Well, it really depends on our times. This is why I'm like, I want all of you guys' opinions, because, well, you are individuals. And, so yeah, I present an image and some arguments. So a little bit of why, you know, there isn't really an order. I tried to mix up, like, the sources, because this is animated characters and, like, real people / real characters. It's kind of a mix. There isn't anyone I know in real life, though. Like, don't worry. This is, like, very, it's very / lighthearted. Like, this is not super serious or anything like that. And again, I was a very young kid for a lot of these. So if there's a character or person who at the time, or like, you know, let's say hypothetically, there's a character from a childhood movie, I was obviously also a child, like 8 or something, when I thought this person / character was cool. So keep that very much in mind. I was really young, so we're counting like age 5 to maybe 13, 14 for all of these. So yeah, keep that very much in mind. Like, these were, at the time, age appropriate. Please do not think this is me currently as, like, you know, an older person. This is not me right now. So this is a big disclaimer. I'm gonna emphasize that throughout, so no one thinks anything is going on. This was literally me being like an 8-year-old and thinking another 8-year-old was cute, you know? Like, okay. Also, I forgot to put a disclaimer, like, I'm pretty gay, so there's gonna be a lot of men here. Sorry if you don't like men, but you know, try to put yourself in my shoes. Yeah. There's not anything new to me, silly. Yeah. So, now boys, again, do not take this snooper / SRS. This is just a silly thing. Mind you, I have seen some of my friends' comments. I would be worried someone would assume that those are just your recent crushes. Yeah, no, this is not recent. This is just, I looked back on like all the stuff I was really into as a kid, and I was like, I see a thread. The sad part is, at the end of this presentation, you will very much see that I've had, like, a few consistent types of, like, visual elements that I've liked in people since I was, like, a 5-year-old, which is a bit sad, but we're not gonna talk about it. So, are you guys ready? Can I get some claps? Are you guys ready? Can I get some yes if you're ready? This next slide is immediately the first one. Clap, hype, nodders, lots of claps. Also, boys, I hope you had a good day today. Doesn't matter if you had a Valentine, romantic, platonic, whatever, like, you are valid and appreciated. Your value as a person isn't dependent on your ability to have a Valentine. It is all just sillies. You had a Galentine's? That's perfect as well. Alright, so now I start off with Balto from the movie Balto. Okay, let me elaborate. So as a young kid, like really young, as a really young kid, I very much preferred animal movies over people movies because, I don't know, I just liked them more. So I watched a lot of, like, I think I've seen every single animated, like, movie like this that was released in, like, 20 or 30 years, I think. Because I was really, really into it as a child. And so Balto the movie is, like, it's a movie, like, that's semi-autobiographical about this group of, wolves. Makes sense. Like, I think it is inspired by real events. But, yeah, so Balto is, like, the main character of the movie, obviously. And he's the leader. He's very charismatic. I mean, you can see from this image. He could take care of me, you know, the thought, okay? he's pretty brave. I think he rescues someone's life in that movie. I don't remember, to be honest. He's badass. He's a bit of a shit dad, and the second movie is all about him being a shit dad to his daughter, who's a teenager. But like, yeah, I mean, he tries, okay? He does like reconcile with his daughter at the end of the movie, and I'm like, you know, it doesn't have to be serious between us. We can just, no, I'm kidding, but like, I don't remember how old I was when I first watched this movie, but yeah. I also really like wolves and dogs as a kid in general. Like, every type of like, also foxes and everything like that. There's a lot of movies with those that I really liked as a kid. I come back from Dial Town to this. I'm sorry. Okay, so what would you rate this, High Red? On a scale from 1 to 10 unhinged level. Again, 1 is like super normal, don't blink an eye at it. 10 is like you belong in an asylum, basically. Alright, where do you put this? Balto from the movie Balto. 2 on 10, 7. Liz, you're calling me out. You're calling me out. You're not ready for some of the ones on this list. Also, by the way, if you're wondering, there's like 50 slides. I thought this would be like a 30-minute stream and I would have 0 content. I apparently had a lot more childhood crushes than I thought. 8, 3, a solid 3. I feel like this shows the people who've been exposed to like internet culture. Why's the music stopped? Oh no, it's just quiet. This is like the difference between the people who are exposed to internet culture and those who are not. That's so many OG long stream porn. Yeah, I don't know, I just found so many. Oh, that's too loud. Why is it like suddenly going louder? I don't like this song. Go away. No, there you go. This is fine. I've seen worse. This is what I meant. Like, I feel like people who've seen worse think this is mid. Okay, so you guys are saying somewhere in the general vicinity, somewhere between 2 and like 8. Well, that's covering a lot of ground. So, okay, number 2. John and Jane Smith from Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I present evidence number 1, this image. So, I was unreasonably obsessed with this movie. I don't know how many times I've watched it. It's not a good movie. I'm ready to see not one hot woman in these. There's some hot women, okay? Bro, what the fuck? So, they're both badasses. They both wear, like, sleek outfits, cool dress. Like, you can see them. They wear, like, cool dresses and suits. They drive cool cars. They can shoot guns. They cause trouble. They fight and then they make out. Like, I mean, come on. I was like so young when I watched this movie like 8 times. I think it was like 7. Suits are so cool. Yes, there's a lot of characters in here. There's a common theme of fancy dressed, like, suits, fancy dresses, ties, suspenders. Oh my gosh, I dislike that movie. The thing is, the movie is objectively not that good. But I was just obsessed with it, and the only reason was because I was like, these are pretty people, oh my gosh. So, this is like basically every spy movie ever. So it's like, it's Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, but like 2005 age range. So like, picture. But yeah, you can see in this image, it exemplifies, you know? I totally didn't pick that image because I thought, ooh. I picked it honestly because a lot of, they were like 30. Don't ask, man. As a kid, I didn't think about it. I love classy style. Men just look amazing in suits. So true, Daisy. You're actually so right for that. I personally also like dressing in formal wear. I know a lot of guys don't because it makes them like uncomfortable. But I always find it just like nice to see on others and to see on me as well. I don't know. I'm a simple fella. So what do you think? What do you judge this? But yeah, if you want to give a rough, want me to give a rough estimate how many women are in this list, I would say maybe like 5%. Yeah. 1. Okay, so very normal, you'd say. Okay, what do you guys think, boys? Big basic 1. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, you know. 2, okay. So yeah, compared to number 1, there is 0. So true, Gray. 3, okay, yeah, all of you think this is real normal. Yeah, I mean, these are like conventional Hollywood actors at the time. Like, a really good standing in their career, so lots of people watch this movie. Fair. Okay, we're settling on like a really low number for this. Now, Anastasia, very importantly, pre-makeover from the movie Anastasia. I actually hated the makeover in this movie so much because she looks so cool. Like, look at this image. Like, that movie changed my brain chemistry as a child, I'm not gonna lie. Like, something was in that. I did prefer her more to BH. Yes, because she looks like she has character in this. Like, she's adventurous, she wears a hat, she has bangs. She's a girl boss, you know? And then she just fucking gets, like squished down, like every makeover movie ever, where they, like, take out all the personality and just make them look like a fucking mannequin doll, and it's like, it's so upsetting. It's so upsetting. But yeah, shout out to Anastasia, the movie. Actually cracked. But yeah, I thought she was such a badass. I really liked like adventurous characters as a child. Because, I don't know, I always wanted to have like a little group of friends to go on adventures with when I was like 7 or 8. So I read a lot of those books and watched a lot of those movies. So there's quite a few characters in this presentation where I've written like something like brave or adventurous as a plus point. I was like a nerdy kid who liked to read, so like, you know, the wish fulfillment was a lot, not gonna lie. But yeah, shout out to that movie, to be honest. It's an underrated animated movie from the 90s. I stand by this. Now what do you think? Oh, I forgot to take my meds. Shit. Hold on. I'll just do that real quick while you rate. I wish I would remember early childhood crushes' interests as in the non-real ones. Yeah, I don't know. It's just because I track shit. Because I'm... Hold on. Forgot to take the meds, boys. I gotta do that. I have to take vitamins. Because apparently I'm a little vitamin deficient. Yay. 1, of course. Okay. So I like how, like, some of them it's like, yeah, you guys are like, yeah, that makes sense. 0 out of 10, so based. Common lim is W. 1, okay, so you all agree this is, like, really normal. Like, I mean, yeah. Makes sense. 1, everyone's saying 1. Okay. I see you, boys. I mean, for me, it helps. Like, why I remember a lot of the stuff is because we didn't have a lot of access when I was a young kid. Like, my mum and me, we didn't have a TV, so all the movies I watched were either cinema or at, like, another family member's house. So it was a rare occasion, thus I remember a lot of the stuff better. Or it was stuff I had on DVD. But yeah, you know, just, you know, not a lot of money things. No. Okay, so you all agree it's a 1, it's a really basic. Oh my gosh! I like Anastasia, good movie! Yippee!
Accent_plays just resubscribed for 13 months.
Yippee!
I like Anastasia. Good movie.
Thank you so much for the 13 months at tier 3! The biggest supporter, Accent, thank you so much. Glad to see you. Hope you had a good day. And just had a little break because I forgot to take my meds. Yippee. Okay, next one. So you all agreed this one was really basic. Okay, next one. So again, there's also quite a lot of, like, German movies in this because, well, I'm a German and I was a little child. So I mostly watched, I watched a lot of movies that weren't translated. So if that has an English title, I've picked it most of the time. So, Jonathan from the Flying Classroom from 2003. If you don't know, it's a movie that's basically about this kid called Jonathan who goes to a, like, boarding, like, there's a conservatory as well in English. Like, it's like a singing conservatory school, and there's, like, a rivalry and also secret organizations and shit. Like, it's a really cool, like, kids movie. And I really like Jonathan from that movie. As I said, you know, he sung, he was really passionate and brave, wanted to solve like this. There was like these two best friends who had a big falling out, like 20 years before the movie takes place, and he helps like them reconcile. He has nice hair, as you can see by this image. He was a bit of a troublemaker, like he starts like a huge snowball fight midway through the movie, but he was also kind of the leader of his friend group, and I don't know. It's like he was like, a lot of these were like the kind of person I would want to be. I'll be honest. Like sometimes the line between did I like this person or did I want to be like them was kind of slim. I'll be completely real. Oh yeah, I can relate. Glad I'm not the only one. But yeah, mood. I'm glad I'm being relatable. Being relatable with the fellas. Relatable moment. There you go, I've taken the minutes. So what do you think? So he's just like a random kid. There isn't really like a crazy backstory with him. And again, mind you, I was also the usual one. Yeah, I was also like 10 at the time, obviously. That movie is actually so cracked though. There's like a lot of movies on this list that I was like so obsessed. Kid having a crush on a kid on a movie is like the most normal stuff. Yeah. I'm just making sure that you guys very much know that it's like 8 time. Yeah, 1? Okay, fair. It's like basically the Flying Classroom is kind of like Dead Poets Society, but for kids. If that makes sense. Because they also have like a teacher who inspires them, and the teacher's the guy who has a rivalry / best friend falling out with another guy that was heavily gay coded. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say what everyone who's watched this movie thought. You know, surely they were completely heterosexual, and that's why they had such an intense emotional falling out. Surely, Prage. Yeah, 101. Gage. I mean, come on, like surely not. If I wonder, has anyone actually? Like, by the way, if you have actually seen 2, okay. If anyone has actually seen any of these, specifically the more obscure movies, let me know and what your thoughts are. If I put like little theories out, because I imagine there's maybe one person in chat who will have seen some of these, especially the German ones. But yeah, okay. So 1 and 2 is like really normal. Okay, we go on. TJ from Recess. Again, a leader, caring. He was kind of cool. He was funny. He was mischievous. He liked to cause a bit of trouble. Okay, like, need I say more? Now, I mean, to be fair, also he had like some trauma, you know. I like people with a consistent brand. What can I say? Like, honestly, that's this one episode where he gets like fucking, does anyone remember this episode? It's like called The Box, I think, where Mrs. Finster has like a new punishment method where she draws a chalk square on the ground, and like TJ has to sit in that square, and he just goes absolutely batshit and reverts to being a kindergartner mentally. That episode, it did them a lot. Like, oh my god, they did shit with fucking animated TV shows in the late 90s / early 2000s. They did no hold back, bro. He had a full mental breakdown in that episode. I'm like, I could fix it. No, I'm kidding. As a kid, I just thought he was cool, and I was like, oh man, I wish he was like my friend, and we could hang out. I didn't really think about it like that deeply, I'll be honest. But I don't know, sorry. There's like so many people who are like in those like children's like groups / little clubs that I was always like, I wish I had that with my friends, but mine always lived really far away. Now I judge that for not choosing any of the others. Okay, I was basic, don't judge me too harshly. I mean, Spinelli was also pretty cool. And Gus had such a, like, they all had something about him, but like, I was a TJ boy, you know. I'm sorry, but again, that one episode about him just having the most traumatic experience of his life, it changed some brain cells around. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, what do we think? What do we think? Also, I think I would, the usual one. Okay, makes sense. Because also, this is another case where I would actually be taller as an adult than he is, because I read like his Wikipedia article, don't ask, while looking up the pictures for this PowerPoint, and apparently he's like projected to be not that tall as an adult. So funny. 1 and 2s. Okay. So we've sort of fallen off the unhinged list from the start. Like the start was pretty high, and then we've gone real normal now. We've gone very normal now. Now, Tony Danoza from NCIS. So, don't judge, okay? Me and my family have like watched NCIS for like a long time, and yeah, so he's kind of a misogynist at the start, but I could fix him, okay? I could fix him. I could fix him. He's loyal, he's a bit snarky, he's a funny fella. You know, I can surely fix him, surely. And he does get better over time, to be fair. Because, he is kind of a dickbag in the first, like, few seasons he's in. I don't know who he is, but I don't trust his face. He's like, he has daddy and mummy issues, Kings. Like, you know, I could fix him. Also, he has a stable income, so that's kind of a positive. Admittedly, I was, like, more like a teenager when I was like, Also, he goes through so much trauma in that show, and it's like, come on. Also, he's rich, okay? He has a rich family, so like, a rare dub for me and my financial security. Oh, God. This one. And he wears lots of suits and fancy outfits. Because he's, well, an agent. Rich, say no more, /J. I mean, come on, in this economy. And again, I could fix him for real. Like, you know, it would all be fine. He gets, like, double daddy issues on that show, not gonna lie, because he has his biological dad. I mean, I also liked Abby from NCIS. Like, the lab tech. And I liked McGee, but only early seasons McGee. Because he was, like, a nerdy kid there. But I tried to, like, only do, like, 1 or 2 characters from, like, the same media if I had multiple. Maximum 2, because it was just getting too much, honestly. But yeah, what do you rate this? Again, it's not about how much you agree with me on it, it's for how unhinged you think this is. 1 to 10. Again, my whole argument, 1 again. This is like, to be fair, I feel like a lot of people who watch the show thought at least he was like, no, maybe not like you'd marry him, but you know, you could have some fun in Paris. So, you know, I should not be the person to be judgmental in the stream. You really shouldn't, Red. The Twitter For You page has, like, exposed your liked tweets to me on an unprecedented level. I've seen what you like on Twitter, my friend. I'm gonna get another drink real quick. Enjoy a small break with the music. Hold on. I'm worried for the people that see what I like on Twitter. Damn, James. I wasn't complaining. I just think I see a lot more of it now than I used to. Because I wasn't, like, really stalking people's Twitter likes too much, I'm not gonna lie. Would this mildly irritate Yellow? No, I just think it's funny. I just think it's very funny. Alright, next slide. Kovu from The Lion King 2. Need I say more? No, I'm kidding. He has a cool scar. He has an angsty backstory that I could fix again. He's a rebel. He has brown hair. Like, there's a lot of characters in this list that have brown hair, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like it was such a normal thing for everyone to think he was cool. Was that just me? But I don't know, like, I remember when I was like a young kid and I was first watching these movies, and then later see like people do like deviant art. I actually did like Lion King. Oh my god. Damn. I couldn't watch the first Lion King as a young kid without crying every time. I would cry so much. He looks like a gentleman. He was like, he defied his family, you know, for love. He's a romantic. And he has a cool haircut for a lion, but like, you know, he's, you know, again, I felt like when I was a young kid on the internet, that was the era where people would make deviant art OCs for the Lion King, and so many people would just like basically draw him and then just like change the colors and then call it their OC. Good times. Like early internet, like neon colored art, and oh my god, it was horrible, but I don't know, I feel like there was a certain time when a lot of people would name him as like a non-human common Disney crush, like, I don't know. Why did you like Lion King, James? Not asking you to justify, but like, I'm just interested, because I feel like it's normally a rather... Like, and for example, a movie that I've really hated as a kid, I was like so... and I still have a small grudge against, is Shrek. Because as a kid, I was very much, as I mentioned, into the school play. Nice. The Lion King musical is actually really cool. But yeah, as a kid, I was like very much into movies like Lion King and stuff like that. And so like the big musical cinematic Disney type movies. And I think I was 7 when my grandma and me watched Shrek, the first Shrek movie. And I was so disappointed because I found all of the characters super unlikable and the humor really flat, even as a 7-year-old. I was like, where's the nice little guy, like, times? I was like so annoyed at that movie for just, to me, it didn't have like the same depth as something like a Disney movie that I was familiar with. And I still hold a little bit of a grudge, even as Shrek 1 especially. It's definitely not as good as Shrek 2. I just didn't really like any other Shrek movies. I don't know. And there was like that point where Shrek, the medium, but especially Shrek 1, got like this cult following where everyone's like, oh my god, it's such a good movie and it's so underappreciated. And I was just like, that feeling as a 7-year-old of being used to movies, like even like other like DreamWorks movies, like B-Movie or Flushed Away and stuff, that even if they're silly, they still had like a cool story. I just thought Shrek was really lazy because it relied on or just making stupid jokes about fairy tales. I don't know. I just didn't like it, and I hold a grudge against it for disappointing me as a 7-year-old. Okay, what do we think about Kovu from Lion King 2? How unhinged is this? I see Shrek is such a meme movie, I can't remember if it was actually good or not, lol. But don't you know the movie has layers like an ogre? Oh my gosh, Wisp. You silly guy. 2, okay. 1? Really, Wisp? 1? Fair. You know, okay. 2? Okay, so we're seeing it as 2. You guys have really stepped down from Balto in the first one. 3 is still a lion? That's kind of true, to be honest. Because the way I always saw it with non-humans, I always, like, wanted to be that animal then. And just vibe around. I don't know. He has a cool scar. Yeah, he's like the hot version of Scar. For, like, and less, well, villainy. Because I wasn't really, like, one of those kids who was, like, super enthralled with the villains in that way. I really just wasn't. So, for me, Scar was too old. He just looked like an old uncle to me, so I didn't... Like, for me, he was like, oh, he's annoying, I don't like him. That kind of way. Whilst Kovu was... We see him as a kid, and then we see him as a teenager. In my defense, I don't understand what is normal. That's fair, Wisp. That's fair. Okay. So this is, like... kind of low. Wisp has own norm, so true. It's this is not that bad. This is not that bad. There's worse ones down the line, I'm not gonna lie. So, next slide. Asa Butterfield. This is like a very generic, you know, nice eyes. He's like a kind of an awkward guy, but it's like in a cool way, and he's good hair. Which is like my characteristic for like 80% of the people on this list. Like, I don't know. I really liked him in, as a kid, I really liked him in, what's it? Flippin'... What am I thinking of? Hugo. The movie with the clock tower. And so I've seen him, like, because he was a childhood actor, I've seen him in a few movies and I thought he was like a handsome kid. As a kid. And like, that wasn't, like, you know, age appropriate if you watch something like Sex Education. I think he's still like a good looking fella. He is in the one I saw in every movie. He's the one I saw in every movie. Okay, that makes sense. There was a while where he just was in like every like kids movie, I feel like, slash then like teen movie. I don't know. I was like reminded that I thought he was cute when I was a kid when I watched like Sex Education. Because I was like, oh, he's still cute. Because there's a few child actors where as a kid I thought they were cute, and then I see what they look like now, and I'm like, huh? Did you get that? There's some people who look really like nice to me personally. Oh my god, in Miss Peregrine's movie, oh god, I remember that. Oh my god, that movie isn't even good. But he's good in that movie. Sorry, I'm reading the book series, and the book series is better. The book series is better, I'm sorry. Because, like, the plot, they mix in the plot of the first and second book, and, like, actually the third book's the best book in the movie, not the movie, of the storyline, and they don't even get to that point. The books are so much better. Yes! Great! They actually cracked, okay? The third book is genuinely one of the most insane, like, you know when you have, like, a middle grade slash, like, teen book series, something like Percy Jackson, right? Typically, you start with it kind of being meant for, like, let's say, like, kids 10 to 12. So relatively, let's say, soft. Yeah, sorry. Jesus. I was drinking Dr. Pepper. They did make the movie a lot more child-friendly. But in general, like, I love when they have a series that sort of starts and it's very, like, child-appropriate, and then as the characters get older and the readership gets older, they tackle more serious themes. But Miss Peregrine, like, the series, has one of the most, I found, crazy, like, progressions in that sense, compared to something like Percy Jackson especially. Because in Percy Jackson, like, the more serious topics only really happen, like, several books into the first series, and some of the really, like, more, I guess, dark topics are in, like, the sequel series and stuff like that. Whereas the third book in the Miss Peregrine series is, like, dark. Like, I love the third book as well, great, oh my gosh, I really need to continue reading the series, because I'm so interested in what happens next. I haven't read it in ages, though. I've not finished. Like, the last one I read was the third one. But, yeah, no, I mean, that happens. It's the same with, has anyone here read, or, like, enjoyed the franchise of, His Dark Materials? Any His Dark Materials enjoys in the chat? Because they did the exact same thing with that series also. I've not read the books. I've been meaning to read these books for like 10 years. I'll get to it. But, like, if you compare, like, the HBO series to the one anime, like, the one movie they made in, like, 2008. The movie from 2008 is so child-friendly down, and it's, like, so rounded and smooth. They took out, like, all, like, the gritty stuff. And they did do it in the HBO series. And I still bought new books recently, silly. There was such a gap between the third and fourth book that I never picked up the fourth one. We'll get to it, Gray. We'll get to it. And yeah, or like, where the HBO adaptation of His Dark Materials, which is making me want to read the series, because I watched the 2 seasons that have come out so far, they actually tackle, like, a lot of the topics in that series a lot better than in the, like, Hollywoodified movie. But yeah, anyways, what is your rating on this, Asa Butterfield? 1 through 10. 1. Okay, yeah, this is like a really normal crush to have, I'd say. One. Everyone's saying one. Okay. Not very unhinged. There's some that I will have to defend with my life on this list. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these you might see me in a different light afterwards. I will do my best to defend though. 2? Okay, fair. I don't know. Like the one thing I found very strange is like observing all of this from like a third point of view, because I was like researching all of these to get the pictures. It made me very much realize how much of a type I have, which is bad. That's bad, man. Ah, jeez. I'm very predictable. But at some points, I will just completely throw you a curveball. You're not going to be ready. Right, next slide. Pinch from Voltron. I only watched season 1 of Voltron, by the way. I started on season 2, but I kind of got bored and then I never finished it. Whoopsie. Also, that was like right around the time when like all the drama about the final season went down and I was kind of lacking inspiration to continue watching. But has tech skills, has fluffy hair, cool glasses. I don't know, cool name. I mean, imagine being called Pidge. So, Pidge from Voltron. Legendary Defender specifically, though. I mean, they're so cool. Based yellow moment, thank you. Yeah, like the thing is, I was like, oh, I heard like Voltron was all over the internet at the time, obviously, if you were there, and so I was like, oh, I'll try watching it. I watched season 1. I thought it was quite good, and then I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of season 2, and I got really bored. And also, again, I was like, that's when the show just ended. And I was like, the name is iconic. So true. Also, this is like a case of a character where the character is, I would say, mask presenting, but isn't necessarily masculine. Although, come on. Don't tell me I wasn't the only one who read this character as very, come on. Surely. But yeah, I kind of was like, am I really gonna watch like 6 more seasons of the show where I'm already getting bored in season 2? I might pick it back up again at some point, but like, that's kind of, I heard that the ending was really underwhelming, so I was kind of like, But yeah, Pitch from Voltron. What do you rate? Lads? 1. James, I'm gonna be curious if you'll rate any of these a 10. Because so far I think you've only rated everything like a 1, max a 2. Very 1, okay. Very 1, okay, that's understandable. Another 1, it's so normal. 1. Okay. I gotta step up my unhinged crush game, I guess. Oh well, childhood me has to step up his unhinged crush game. Only 1 so far. Oh boy. Okay, next one. Raphael Barber from Law & Order Special Victims Unit. Yeah, I had like a big phase where I watched like, well, I say I had, I still have, where I watched like a lot of like crime dramas. I'm sorry, okay? So, if you don't know, he's like the prosecutor in Law & Order for like 10 seasons. And I mean, look at this man, okay? He's well-dressed, he's smart, he's really passionate about justice. Actually, some of these might be too normal. Okay, I was like a 10-year-old, bro. I was also like hard in the closet for a lot of these, bro. Like, I didn't think about all of them necessarily in this light. I get hindsight now. He's passionate, he's caring, has a very good voice, he's very snarky, and he's the most iconic first episode appearance of like a lot of characters ever in that series. Okay, I would have watched like this entire show, by the way, so like I'm like, I don't know, I'm like, sorry, I'm normal about this, I'm so normal. But so if you're wondering, so one of the things that happens in Special Victims Unit is that they get like a new district attorney quite regularly, I'd say. So every few seasons, typically, there's a new one. And when he joins, as you can see, he was like on there for a long time because people liked him. He has a case. I will like skirt around this to make it like a little bit appropriate, but he has a case where he's trying to where he's trying to prove to the jury that this one guy committed this, bondage-related crime. Well, that he used that to kill someone. And he baits, with snarking, with a really, baity, sarcastic vibe, he baits the offender to show on him the murder, the murder weapon and how he did it. And it's, oh boy, it's a big entry. Let's just say, it was a lot. And, he wears, really fancy suits all the time, and it's yes, yes. Yes, yes. I'm sorry. Also, he didn't get the justice as a character. He has, the most bullshit ending. Also, he's highly gay-coded throughout, half the season, this series, until the last moment where they decide to straight-code him forcefully. I'm sorry, but, he didn't get the justice, man. He has, the most lame-ass exit out of the series of all time. I've seen most of the older episodes. They're good, though, to be fair. But, there's so many characters in this show specifically that just get lame-ass exits. Sorry. But he just gets, one of the lamest. It is so dog shit. He's had, a few guest appearances after leaving the show, though, but they straight-coded him at the end, and I will never forgive them. No, I'm kidding. But, there was that time where he was, there was so much going on with this one other male character in the show, and then they just fucking cowardly didn't make them I was come on, Gage. In my heart, he's gay, okay? In my heart, he's a flaming bisexual, okay? Just for me, okay? Also, if you don't know, the actor is also, a big theater guy, so I'm I know. Okay, what do you think? This is going to be another one. I can see it coming. Yeah. This is... But I like justice for Raphael Barbon, SVU. I'm not gonna lie. He just didn't fucking deserve that ending, bro. It was not fair. I have not moved on. It's been years, but I've not moved on. 111, okay. You could fix the ending? Yes, I would fix the ending by making him gay and not pussy out on his job, I'm not gonna lie. Because, his whole character arc is basically he goes from a guy who very much sees, everything in black and white to, he does this big speech about how things are grey, and I'm yeah, kind of, but some things are just, some people are just scumbags, okay, bro? And oh my god, it was that time in that series. If anyone has watched this show, sometimes this series has a tendency to kind of prioritize Olivia Benson and as a character above any other character, and it's annoying. She's a cool character, but they just did the fucking most in some of the story arcs with her. Oh my god, bro, it was not needed. Because she's such a cool character at the start, and then they fuck her up so much in the later seasons. Okay, sorry. I move on. I'm past it. I didn't have a hyperfixation on this for 2 years. It's fine. Gotta go get food. I'll be back. See you in a sec, miss. Alright, moving on. So you agree that's a 1. Mulan, specifically just as Ping from Mulan. Do you feel me, right? So, awkward in a cute way, has a funky animal companion, egg energy. Need I say more? I don't know, egg. Yes. Because, as a kid, I don't know, I was resonating, I don't know, am I the only one who just, Mulan the movie is such a queer narrative? Is that me? Do you see it? To me, I was so disappointed. They're seeing, it's definitely not me, I know. But, seeing what was, quote-unquote 2 boys liking each other, so Pig and, the fucking general guy, was, it infested my brain. I was what? Because I was really young, I think, when I saw this movie first. Probably, 5 or something. And I remember being disappointed when Mulan like comes out as a girl and making that relationship straight. This is gonna be such a rewatchable VOD, thank you, Red. I'm doing it for the VOD watchers. But yes, I remember being so disappointed. I was like, aww. And I didn't even understand the concept of being gay or straight or anything like that at that age, I don't think. I just remember feeling disappointed once it like revealed that she isn't a boy. Gotta push it on Blue too. Yeah, Blue is being too normal coded for us right now. Okay, what do you think? How do you rate this? Mulan as Pink from Mulan. 1. James, your scale. I wanna know it, bro. What is a 10 for you, James? 1 from Wisp. Another one? Okay, I see. I gotta get more unhinged. But rest assured I will. I feel like I haven't ever seen one that could be a 10 like ever. That's fair. That's fair. It's probably something that would be like illegal. But okay. Just depends on like people's scale. Next one. David Tennant. Need I say one? Okay, yeah, I would say so. Like, has a really good accent. Great accent. Fluffy hair, which I always like. He has freckles, which is good. Good freckles. He's a lanky fella. I kind of have a thing for that. He's a good smile. And he was a doctor, you know? And I quite like Doctor Who. You know? I think this is like a really basic, like, celebrity crush to have. Like, because I was like so obsessed with him when I was younger. Like, I watched like all of his like trashy B movies from like 20 years ago. Oh, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Embarrassingly so. Like, I watched like literally like all those random ass fucking theatre productions and like BBC miniseries. Oh my god. The pain. The pain. Oh my god. Anyone feel me on this though? Anyone feel me? Also, to be fair, he plays Crowley in Good Omens, which is like one of my favourite TV shows ever. And again, Doctor Who. I also really like Broadchurch. I'll add. Also, the only reason I ever watched Jessica Jones was because he played Kilgrave in the first season. I don't even know if he plays in the next ones because I never continued watching. What do you think, boys? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I'm just folding this like... You know it, it's 1. Fair, James. 1. Yeah. This is in the minus numbers. Yeah, this is like the most basic ass celebrity crush to have, I feel like. If you are in a certain... I mean, still. I mean, I think he's still quite a handsome guy that's publicly known. Also, he's a funny guy. And a family man, which everyone was like, yippee. And a trans ally, which I know should not be the bar, but in these days, it's just a plus, you know? It's just a plus. Okay, so minuses / 1. Okay, alright. Next one. Spirit started at the Cimarron. Okay. Again, another leader who would take care of me. He doesn't take people's shit. That's literally the plot of the movie. I know he's a horse, but ignore that. He has a glorious mane. He's very strong-willed. Okay, this is like my favorite movie of all time, by the way. It's also my friend Blue Moderator's favorite movie of all time. We agree on this. And it's one of the few movies that has a good straight romance. Standard by this, but, you know, it doesn't matter that, well, he's a horse, but like, okay, ignore that. Ignore that. That was just an amazing movie. Yes, and it's so like every person who just says this is a horse movie doesn't get it, bro. It is like I love this movie with all my heart and soul. I first watched it like on YouTube when I was like 8, and I fell in love with it. And it's like, for me, it's the perfect animated movie of all time. No critiques. Also, they butchered Spirit's character in the fucking Netflix show so hard. You've not seen it comparatively. This whole movie is about him being a strong-willed person who doesn't take people's shit, especially not random humans as shit. And in the TV show, they make him, like, subservient to some fucking teenage girl. And I'm like, he doesn't deserve this, bro. Literally the entire movie, if you don't know this movie, is about, he's like a wild horse who's the leader of his herd, and he gets kidnapped by, like, white people trying to colonize the West in the US. And with the help of this one native boy, they escape the camp from the people, and then they stop this railway expansion in the movie. And he is able to return home. So, like, the whole movie is about him being untamable by people. And he has a really lovely character arc. Also, this movie has bass music and musical numbers. What do you think? Again, kind of ignore that he's a horse. You know, he's two. Okay, we're getting there. Change the scale. Basic non-human. That's fair. We're not quite there. 2. Okay. 9. Oh my gosh. For the first time, we're getting into slightly more unhinged waters. Okay. Fair enough. 3. Okay. I see you, boys. So this is a bit higher up the scale. I get it. Again, if you've not watched this movie, please watch it. It is so damn good. It is like such a beautiful movie with a great story and great animation and music. And it is a movie that has 2D animation mixed with 3D animation. It's like, sorry. Okay. Moving on. Henry from Forever. Has anyone watched this TV show? It only had 1 season, tragically. So, the basic plot of this show is, this is a guy called Henry who became immortal like 100 years ago, so like in 1900 something, I think. And he continuously has to sort of try to not be discovered as an immortal, so he works as a coroner. And so he has a tragic past. 0.0001 fair. He's quite a traditionally handsome guy. He has great style. He wears a lot of, as you can see, like fancy old school type outfits. He's smart. Like he's like basically he's like a Sherlock Holmes but with caring installed. He's a man out of times. He's kind of a gentleman a little bit. He's quite cool. I was so sad that the series only got 1 season because it was so good. Because it's like a crime show, something like NCIS or something, but with that added point of having this backstory of the main character. Any other opinions here? 1 sounds fun. Yeah, I can recommend it. Like the only sad part is it only has a season, but the plus point is it is a quick watch. And I'm not going to spoil all the plot points, but there's obviously like someone who's onto him and like slowly figuring out that he's actually a lot older than he looks because he stopped aging. Also, he's unable to die, so he can get hurt, but he will just like recover. Also, 1, yes, yeah, he's like a very basic guy, I think, aside from the cool backstory. Is everyone saying 1? Okay. Did it end on a cliffhanger though? Sort of. Like the big mystery that, like the character who was like trying to figure out what like the past about Henry does figure it out by the end, and there's like a big mystery that gets solved, but they do leave it a little bit open, but then they never made a second season. It got cancelled. So I would say it's still worth watching because the open-endedness of the ending isn't too bad. It's like a little bit, but not that bad. Alright, next one. Flynn from Tangled. Come on. Who didn't think this guy was flooshed emoji? Come on, like genuinely come on. If you've been alive in the past like 15 years, well, it's not been 15 years since this movie came out, but like, he has swooshy hair, he's cool, he has a horse as a nemesis, which is funny. Another W. I mean, come on. He's a bit of like an airhead, but I like being smart. So 0.0. I think this is like super normal. I feel like everyone was like, who liked men, was like Flynn Rider. I didn't know that episode, if anything, the best movie came out in 2010. Yeah, I know, I realized that as well. I had a friend whose favorite movie of all time was Tangled. And, oh my god, Skill My Crush felt, to be honest. Tangled is so good. It's such an underrated movie, I think. Like, I don't know, it's just... It's like so. It's a really good movie. Has great visuals, cool story, and again, horse nemesis. I don't even like men all that much, but still fair. Of course, you had a crush on Spirit. You don't need to come for me like this, Blue. What the fuck? Did Red tell you? Did Red tell you? Or have you just been lurking, you silly boy? But yeah, come on. Like, okay. Is there more explanation needed? He's a badass with leadership qualities and glorious hair. The preview was Spirit Lamau. Good to see you. Hope you had a good day, King. So we were just at Flynn Rider from Tangled. The most normcore, I think. Like, if you guys give this more than a 1, I'll be fucking surprised. Because I would not consider this unhinged. What would you rate? It's the facial hair for me. You know, he was doing something with it for sure. What do you rate this on a scale from 1 to 10 on an unhingedness? I'd say this is a 1 for sure, like surely not. You know, isn't even the first 5 people I've seen confess they liked the horse? Also 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, no, I mean, this is like a very normal 1. I'd say, yeah, everyone's saying 1. Jen Alba's 1. Yeah, it's a big 1. Okay, next one. Next slide. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Specifically in 2009 to 2010. Which, by the way, if you're wondering, is 500 Days of Summer and Inception. Again. He was quite cute at the time. He's a bit too old for me now, I'd say. But like he wears fancy clothes in those movies. He has a nice smile. He has good hair. How old is he? I think he's like 37 or something now. Hold on, let me look. Look at those dimples. And he's got dimples. I didn't even know. Hold on, let me look. Joseph. I don't know how old he is, but I think he's like 30 or 40. Yeah, 41. This is what I mean. Like he's like too much in like my parents' age for me to be like. Nowadays, but like when he was younger, which this means if he's 41 now, that means that he was like in his late 20s, early 30s at this time, which is more respectable. Again, I was like obsessed with Inception and 500 Days of Summer as a kid. I think we still have Inception on DVD. 1. What do you say? I think this is really normal. I think when it comes to celebrities, most of these are gonna be just like pretty never watched 1 fair. There's like pretty generic, like not super buff men who were popular in the last 15 years or 20. And aside from the occasional horse and dog, I approve of these crushes. Thank you, Daisy. I appreciate it. Meh. 1. It's like, it's not, do you like them? It's like, do you think this, like, 1 is most normal crush you've ever seen. 10 is would land you in a insane asylum. And like 5 is like, you know, a little bit crazy. That's like the rough scale, but kind of go as you please. Yeah, got it. Yippee! And you get to judge me, of course. Whatever possible. But also, meh, fair. You can judge. Yeah, I don't know. Again, it was just in that specific time period for some reason. Don't ask. I don't know. I'm gonna just expose all of my hyperfixation in this presentation as well. Okay, next slide. Max from a Goofy movie. He's like a nerdy geek who likes video games. He plays music. The swooshy hair's back. He has silly energy. Yeah, I don't know what to say. And he gets dumb, like, a lot, which I always find good. If it was Roxanne, I'm sorry. I was too gay. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's not a lot of women on this. Roxanne, I know everyone likes Roxanne, but I thought Max was like what they would call like adorkable in the day, back in the day. Like a little bit quirky cute. 2, okay. What does everyone else say? I don't know, I really like the Goofy movie as well. I've watched this movie a lot of times. 1.5, okay. I see you, James. This place is a little bit, not gonna lie, it's a little bit dull. I want to have a bit more. 3, okay, 3. It's a little bit higher up there. Not really an animal, but also not fully human. Yeah, the Mickey / Goofy / Donald universe is a little bit weird about animal people boundaries. Like, how does it really work in that universe? Not gonna lie. 5, okay, so we're a bit higher with this one. Alright. Next slide. Sebastian Stan. Another really basic. I had a big marble face, okay? Good hair. Nice eyes, and is bilingual. I'm 1 hour late, I'm a don't OGS. Anyone else get me on this? Sebastian, yeah. You're kidding me. I'm sorry, I was a basic ass bitch. What do you want from me? It was like when the Winter Soldier came out and shit. 10 on 10. Hasn't you agree? Or you think this is very unhinged? I don't think. Approve. Okay, approve. I mean, again, has anyone ever watched him like speak Romanian? Boys, I'm just gonna say it. Oh, he's enchanting. He's very like, also, he's played a lot of gay characters, which really appeals to me. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. I think, wait, what age crushes are we talking about right now? Like, ages, I'd say 5 to maybe like teenage years. He was very cool in Winter Soldier, I'll give you that. Yeah, I don't know, like, I haven't really kept up with him much recently. So it's like childhood and teenage years, I'd say. I loved his long hair, the Winter Soldier. So true. So true. He was, I mean, one of the teenage years, so like 13 to like 16, 17, you know, that kind of range. But most of these still love him. He's a good one. Most of these are like 13, 14 or below. Depending on obviously how old I was when certain media came out. Like, I liked this guy when Winter Soldier came out. I would be simping for anime characters, that's fair. We do have a few anime characters in this list. I would, well, yeah. There isn't any, like, there's only actors on here who will not see this random Twitch stream, but there isn't any people I actually know or any, like, anything really on this list. It's just fictional characters and, like, actors. That way we're just kind of having a little bit of a fun time. It's all lighthearted. And again, keep in mind, like, pretty much all of these were rather age appropriate. So if it's like someone who's a child, I was also a child. I could make 5 slides about Deku. I mean, I'm sure there's a few people in chat who could make a big slide presentation about their childhood crushes. Okay, so I think everyone said 1 for this one. Mood. Yeah, I'm tempted to do that. It's a fun thing. I can recommend. It is a lot of fun to make this little presentation. Aizawa, though, yeah. Blue's an Aizawa stan. Alright, next slide. Nick from Zootopia. Okay, let me cook. Okay, let me cook on this. Okay, hold on. Okay, 10,000 no variants. He's a fox, man. I wanted to stream. Chill, immediate chill. No, this is not that unhinged. He has a tragic past. He works smarter, not harder. He likes patterned shirts. He's a loser boy. Also, if anyone has ever read about like the original concept storyline for Zootopia, they would. Nick is also no name. That's fair. They wanted to originally make like the separation between the marginalized the marginalized animals and like the prey, the predator dynamic was originally a lot more fucked up, and I read so many like reinterpretations of the plot with that original concept included, which was like the predators were, it's basically, I'm sorry, I still judge you, fucked up. I said this is like childhood crushes. I was like, I don't remember how old I was when this movie came out, but like I was a kid, right? Like, I just thought he was cool. Not surprised? I'm sorry, okay? I mean, again, most of these are very, like, I call this crushes. Lol, how the turds have tabled. I said some of these I have to defend with my fucking life, but again, if any of you have ever read the fanfictions about the original plot of Zootopia before they made it more child-friendly, you would understand that he is just a misunderstood soul and I could fix him. Again. Okay? And I don't know, okay? I don't know. What do you think? What is your rating? This one. I'm blushing a little bit. Like, what? No, one is like most normal, 10 is like most unhinged. That's the scale. 10. Okay, so this is the first one where you guys saying really unhinged. Okay. 2, James single-handedly pulling the average down. I should do that like later in the VOD, like figure out what the average was for everyone. The worst so far, but again, I've seen worse. Great. Oh my gosh. 4. Okay. Okay. This one, I took it. I mean, to be fair, a lot of these that we've had were like 1s, so super normal. So one that's a little bit higher is not that bad, I'd say. We will see worse. Well, there's 1 or 2 I can think of. First a dog, then a horse, and now a fox. Well, I was a child. I just liked animal movies, okay? And again, as I mentioned at the very start, it's like a lot of these, it was like kind of a mix of like I liked them, but also I kind of wanted to be like them because I liked their characteristics or character design. 8. Okay, next. Okay, even if Whisk gives it an 8. Jeez. Sam from the Wrong Mans. No idea if any of you guys have ever seen that. It was also a short-lived TV show. He has loser boy swag. Lil yell, "'Cause mama, I'm in love with an animal." Stop. He's like, no, he's like a cute guy. What you want? He's got nice hair. He wears cool coats. He has such loser boy swag. He literally calls like a huge. I've seen him on Horrible Histories. Yeah, he's like a British actor, but like his character in this series is so loser boy swag. Like, he just causes immense troubles. Like, if you don't know the plot of this show, it's basically this one guy, he finds a phone and like it rings and he picks up and okay, fair. He picks up and it's a ransom call. Like the person who lost the phone is getting a ransom call from someone, and so Sam takes it upon himself to try and like rescue the person who was taken ransom because he doesn't know who the fuck lost the phone, and he comes into a lot of like crazy chaos and like there's a lot of shenanigans. It's a very like silly show, but he just has loser boy swags, I think, and I don't know. 2, 1. I'm a lot better now. I'm not dying. That is good, King. What do you guys think? 2? Okay. I'd say he's very normal. 1, yeah. We go back to normal. But yeah, it's a funny show, I think. What is 1? What is 2? It's like we're rating from 1 to 10 out of unhingedness. Not how much you agree or how much you find this person attractive. You can comment. But the scaling is like 1 is basically the most normal, like nothing remarkable. Unhinged is kind of like how crazy is it? How outrageous is it? So 10 is like max outrageous, like oh my god, how could you ever like this person / character? So that's what the rating is. Sorry, I should have explained better. But yeah, so the rating is, you know, and it's your own personal scale, of course. So some people might have, you know, okay. Yippee, okay, good that you're getting it. Okay, so what do you think? From 1 to 10, where do you place Sam? From the romance? 3, okay. Fair, okay, so we've got some 2s, some 3s, some 1s. Alright. Next slide. Matthew Baton. Yes! Hi, Aaron! Someone who knows who this is? Yes! Hi, Aaron. Good to see you, King. Yeah, this is my, I would so smash Matthew Baton. You're so right for that, Aaron. You're so right. I really like this TV show. A lot. Real? Okay, we're getting the loser boy appreciators. He's my just chatting screen. Yo. Oh, Aaron, you are such a gunner. Oh, jeez. Do you have Catboy moment? I do. Okay, everyone, no one tell my BF. Fair. This is like the... hold on, I have to like... I forgot if I have the thing. Hold on. Is he even 30? I don't know if he is. I forgot how old he is, to be honest. I'm getting the Catboy stuff out. I don't remember how old he is. He has a kid? Oh, does he? I've not kept up with the Matthew lore in a bit, not gonna lie. But I really, he has 2? What? Hold on, pause chap. But yeah, admittedly, this screenshot is from a TV show that's 10 years old. You have IRL cat stuff? Yeah, I do. I just, not really in the mood to be on camera right now. Aaron, you're being so unhinged. I've shown it on Twitter before, I think. I never show it. It's on my Twitter, I think, somewhere. I have like cat ears. I don't really want to be on camera right now, boy. Don't have Twitter. You can still access Twitter. I'll share my Twitter. Alright, so... Jiro from The Wind Rises. Has anyone seen this movie? He's hot? Again, yes! He's a handyman. He like fixes planes. Actual life skills. It turned out bad for me. Fair and windswept, good hair. He's a mechanic. Let's just say. Smash for sure. Does everyone agree? Good job. Thank you. I ended up related to my childhood crush. Oh my god, no. He has abs for sure. I mean, he's a mechanic, so yeah. So yeah, Jiro from Wind Rises 5. Okay. So yeah, this does not. That is all. Aaron. Oh, Aaron. I didn't know. No. No. That is so bad. I'm sorry, King. I didn't know until I was like 8. I don't really watch anime. I don't watch a lot of anime either, but this is like a Studio Ghibli film. So it's like socially known. It's like mainstream anime. But yeah, what do you guys think? So this is actually like a semi-autobiographical movie, I think. So this was like a real person, but this is the anime version. 1. So you guys think this is real normal? I mean, he's a handyman. Actually, I'll change it to 3. Okay. It's not weird to love him if Mode loves him. Fair. 1, 2, 1. Okay, real normal. Fair, boys. Fair. Alright, completely agree. Based. Okay, next slide. Robert Sean Lennon. Man loved his wife so much, so true. Need I say more? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry! Okay, let me explain. So I've had like a big thing for this guy for like a long time. If anyone watched Can't Find Yellow Cat, is it not on screen? Oh, it's like really far ago. Sorry, okay, let me explain. This is like, let me explain. If anyone has watched, he's a girl, I'm like, yes, but like, he's cute, what you want? I liked him in House, although I hated that show low-key. Fair, James. I liked House, but only because of him, really, I'm not gonna lie. Like, has anyone watched Dead Poet Society? He's okay, I saw him on the TV show House. It's not? Why would that be? That's the opposite. That's like not what it is. But anyways, so Dead Poet Society, he plays Neil in Dead Poet Society, who dies, and is also gay in the movie. I'm not taking criticism. So he plays Neil in Dead Poet Society, which is a movie I really like. He has fluffy hair, which is always good for me. He has brown eyes, which is nice. He likes theatre. He founded a theatre company. And he is very gay coded. Okay, do not add this for me. Like, this man, surely, like, okay, I will take no criticism. He was one of those, like, I was like super obsessed with him. So I watched like The Enchanting House, I watched Dead Poet Society, I've watched like every random movie where he played a gay character in the 90s. That's a surprisingly high amount. He's basically Sebastian Stan before Sebastian Stan. Take that as you will. Like, literally very similar like discography. I don't know. I'm sorry, but like, I liked him a lot. And to be honest, he has aged a lot, so like modern day, I think he would be too old for me. But like, as in like the discography, not really like what they look like. Like that, don't come for me! I picked like, I guess like a semi-middle, like I picked like one from House. Because I could have picked like one from like Dead Poet Society, but he was admittedly really young there, which doesn't really do him credit. I'm sorry, I just really liked him. There's no way I can defend myself here. I didn't think this was a controversial like. He's like a guy. White or off-white. He's a guy. Also, he's still a bachelor, so again, the gay coding. Like, how is this list either some guy or animals? Don't come for me! I'm a simple gay. What do you want? Aim. Okay, what do you guys think? I didn't think this was so controversial, again. Red, what did you expect? Yeah, to be fair, what did you expect? I'm very basic on this. Considering, especially Dead Poet Society, I don't know, something more exciting? This was expected from Yana? Yeah, like, loving good as men. No, that can't be. Again, this is more like his younger, like, stuff. Ish. Also, sorry. I'm just a guy. Sorry. Any more ratings, boys? We only get one. What do you think? 1 to 10 on Hinge scale. Also, tell me when the capo moment is up. I mean, aged men are attractive. Fair. 1, as I said. Okay. If you could tell me when the capo moment's over, by the way, boys, I'd much appreciated. 3. Okay. Okay, fair. This music is. I'd hope this music would be a bit more upbeat, because it's meant to be like a Valentine's playlist, but it's so like. Any more rates, boys. I didn't think this was such a controversial one, especially since Dead Poet Society is a really popular, like, dark academia movie. 1 on the scale, and for attractiveness, you're so wrong for this. You're so wrong for that one, Blue. Fuck you. He's a cute guy! Again, Dead Poet Society is like a really young cute guy. He has like... Should I say that? I was about to really... In Dead Poet Society, he's very twink-coded. I'll just say it. Sorry. And this is more like a normal adult. Which, I don't think having like realistic beauty standards is a crime, guys. Sorry. I'm too norm-coded for you. SMH. Is the next one anime? I don't know. I forgot the order. Okay, next slide, boys. Dipper from Gravity Falls. Again, adventurous. Likes mysteries. Wears a cool hat. And has very relatable anxiety to young me. Again, mind you, this was when Gravity Falls first aired. I was like 10, maybe 12, young. But I'm cool with it. I don't know, I just thought he was like kind of adorable. He's like quirky and also really like into books, which I like. Specifically one book, but you know, I vibed. 7? Okay. Again, mind you, this was adorable. I don't know, like sweet. Biggest thing I've learned today that Yellow likes cool hats, lol. I don't know. In character design, I really like hats. 4, okay. Okay, so far we're staying okay. I know a lot of people liked Wendy in Gravity Falls, which I thought Wendy was also cool. I don't know. I remember thinking that, it's so cool to be named after a constellation. I remember that. 3, okay. 3, 1, 4, 7. That's a pretty mixed bag. Okay, next slide. Randy Sandberg. I had like a big phase where I was very into SNL. Don't ask. The bugs me with she, her, they, them, cool hat. So true, right? I had like a big SNL phase. Don't ask. There's like a few people in here who are just gonna be like, why? I'm sorry. Like, okay, so he plays like Jake in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, if you're wondering. So he's a funny guy. Cool music stuff. I've watched like all this shit. He has a nice smile. He's a goofy fella. I mean, Brooklyn Nine, exactly. Like, just look at Brooklyn Nine or a pop star from 2016. And I've watched like all this stuff again because like a few people that I've liked, I first like got them through SNL when they started, and they all looked like trash. Not gonna lie, the 2000s. I was watching that earlier. Yippee! The early like noughties were not a good time for a lot of people's fashion sense and haircuts and everything. But then a lot of people really cleaned up quite well, I thought. The way you said fella sounded very Essex. I appreciate it. That's my main goal. Thank you, Posicek. Oh yeah, I don't know. I think he's a handsome fella. What do you think, lads? What are your thoughts? I still really need to finish Catboy Moments Over. Thank you. And 1. You should make Catboy less expensive. I had it like really high because for a while people would redeem it like every stream, and I wanted to prevent it being redeemed multiple times every stream. You're from XX2. 1. Valid. 1. Minus 1000. Very based. Nice. Now amount of points. 1. Okay, everyone thinks this is a really normal one. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Like, the thing is, whenever I got, like, that sort of, like, celebrity crush on, like, an actor, I would watch, like, their whole back catalogue. Like, everything they'd ever done. Do you get me on this? Like, the trashy, like, a lot of people's, like, really trashy, like, first movies they were in and things like that. Like, so many terrible movies to watch just because I was like, oh, this person's cute. Sorry, I had to do that. Fair. Like, there's so many people where I've just sat through absolutely terrible movies that they were in, or like their early stuff when they just got started. Oh boy. And also like a lot of good stuff that I like. Again, I stand typical crush behavior, I'd say so. Like, I stand by the fact I like a character, the character looks like his actor, of course. I've just watched everything the actor's been in. So true. Been there, done that, James. But yeah, the for 500k points, Jesus. That's a lot of points. I don't even have 500 points for everyone. Just stop your punishing. But I stand by the fact, the stream ending. I stand by the fact that Popstar from, I always forget what the subtitle is. That movie, again, highly gay coded. I stand by that opinion. What is the subtitle of it? It's just like a parody of that, Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping is the subtitle. I stand by this. I also really liked Lonely Island as a kid. I stand by the fact that that movie is so good. Also, again, I read the main character of that movie is very gay and very repressed. But if you've never watched Popstar Never Stop, Never Stopping, and you're in for like a funny parody movie with music and Andy Samberg in the main role, highly recommend. Great movie. I love that movie so much. Okay, we move on. Milo from Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Smart, awkward in a relatable way. Adventurous again. He's giving cute nerd. Need I say more? The thing is, I actually, if his mouth was different, kind of though. Good movie, I would agree. Fair. He's like a nerdy like professor kind in like a cute way. No, I love him, and he's just cool, right? I don't know. I quite like nerdy guys. I'll be honest. He's husband material. I felt that. also made me realize this is another character on this. Every character that movie has drip. So true. They went all out on the character design for Atlantis: The Lost Empire. And for what, you know? And for what? The disrespect that movie gets on a regular basis is crazy. Too underrated, honestly. Or to marry him, feel that. He would be like a cool professor husband type. What is that sound in my ear? Hopefully nothing bad. Iconic movie, so true. They stopped, they didn't stop, and they never stopped stopping. Surely I said stuff, hopefully. Yeah, what do you think? So what is your rating, boys? He's such an icon. I doubt we would make a cute couple. It depends. I think everything can work out. 10. You think it's very unhinged, JK? Okay, 1. Thank you, boys, by the way, for being so active and like participating all the time. I'm really, really appreciating it. I'm having a lot of fun with this stream. I think it's very funny. 1. Okay, everyone's thinking like a 1. Okay, super basic. We love your streams. Thank you, King. I appreciate it. Of course we do. Thank you, boys. Now, I'm sorry about this one. I'm sorry, but I had to be honest with myself. This one is bad. I'll be honest. I'm sorry. This young me, you know, he was going through things. No, you're right. Thank you. That's a 5. Not gonna lie. I could fix him. Okay, I could fix him. He has good eyes. He does like poetry, which is always good. Good hair. He's sometimes funny. Better than a lot of people. That's a 5, not gonna lie. You know, young me. I'm just, yeah. He's, you know, I can't believe I've watched much of con footage for the SPN cast. Same! It's so embarrassing. You're provoking it. It's so... Sorry, I ripped up my headphones. Sorry. Oh my god. You're provocating a second coming out. You know, see it gets crushed. No, that was such a funny moment though on the internet. Oh god. No, again, I could fix him. This is what I'm saying. You know, this is what happens when Red moderators in the chat, because Red's always a funny guy. That weekend was wild. Yeah, no, it was insane. Like, what went on there? Like, can we like, genuinely, how is it that in the same weekend we had that happen? And we're going based on looks. I have no idea who he is. So he's like, he was one of the main actors on Supernatural. And he played like my favorite character on the show, so like, well, I am biased. That was the case where I was like, oh, I like the character he plays on this, so I like him. Literally the story of my life. Last, what do you rate? What do you rate, boys? Oh yeah, that is where I know his face from. Yeah. 1 anyways, yeah. I think this is not that bad. A little bit bad, but not that bad. What do you rate? What do you rate, lads? 1? Okay. Yeah, he plays Castillo. He does play Castillo. 1? Okay. 9? Okay, 1 goes unhinged. Which, I mean, admittedly, yeah. He is like a married man with kids. So it's kind of like... Again, I could fix him, you know? I'll just say it. Also, shout out to his wife, one of the most crazy people you've ever heard of. As in, like, she's lived a life, man. Alright, next slide. He has a wife. He does have a wife. He has, like, 2 kids. Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. Again, adventurous, glorious hair. He's magic. He wears earrings, which should be as a kid. Wait, no, isn't he separated now? Yeah, he is now. Forgot. He wears earrings, which as a kid to me was like crazy to see like a boy with earrings. He has a tragic past. He has pretty boy energy. Like, come on. Where is the tea? So finding someone who isn't just a dude. I mean, come on. Who didn't like Howl from Howl's Moving Castle? Like, come on. Where is the agreement? Like, bro. Who didn't want to get swept away by him? Howl is god shit? True. Common agreement. Highly I want to pull his hair. Fair. Gender envy, but also just hot. So true. Highly recommend watching the movie as well. It's a really good movie. I have too much energy. It's chill, boys. We are having good times. Don't worry about it. I love when chat's active. I've never seen it, and I felt like I've missed out a big part of childhood. Watch it, like, now. It doesn't matter how old you are. There's some Ghibli movies I only watched, like, very recently. Last 2 years or so. I think the only ones I saw as a young kid were... Oh, I've just swallowed too fast. Ah, the pain. You know that thing when you, like, swallow too fast? Ah, pain. I love his loose-fitted shirt. So true. So, like, as a kid, I watched, Chihiro's, what's the movie in English? Fuck. Just almost said the German title. Fuck, what's the movie called in English? Why is my brain empty? Not the damn. Thanks, my phone. I just have a friend there, yo. Hope that your friend is doing okay. Spirited Away, yes, thank you. I don't know why I just remembered the German title. Spirited Away, he's fine. I'm glad to hear, King. I've read a bit about it. It's absolutely devastating. Yeah, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, The Castle in the Sky, and The Wind Rises. Those, I think, are the 4, like, ones that I watched when I was quite young. A lot of ones I only watched when I was older. Some, to be fair, I wouldn't recommend watching as a young kid, like some, like, in that cohort, because they're fucking traumatizing. Okay, so what do you rate? What do you rate Howl from Howl's Moving Castle? 1, okay. Again, it's on unhingedness, not how attractive you think he is. 1, 0, 1. Okay, so this is like a really normal one as well. I mean, come on. Yeah, I feel like everyone who's ever watched this movie is like, I liked Howl in this. Also, he just has a base name. Like, imagine being called Howl. Book Howl 7? So true, though. Like, he is fucked up in the book. Like, bruh. This playlist is a bit... Like, the one thing I wish was a bit... He's cute. He is cute. This is better. Let's adore him. He is good. He is good. Okay. Next slide. And I go back to very basic. Bill Hader. Again, my SNL phase. It's big. Another funny guy. Cool hair. He also wears flannels. Not pictured. Who is that? He's like a comedian. He used to be in SNL, and then he also played a gay character, which, you know, me, my love. I'm seeing a theme. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of themes. Oh, it's bad. He also plays Barry on the HBO show Barry, where he's like an assassin who likes theater. He's done the comedy stuff, which is like SNL and etc. And then he did like a bunch of movies. Highly recommend a movie called The Skeleton Twins. I think that's the movie title, where he plays... It's like a really... Not gonna lie, do you like old men with hair everywhere? No, not really. Like, I don't need to see them, like... By the way, also, big disclaimer, like, maybe I should have put that in my, like, what do you need to know about the stream? I'm also asexual, so, like, I don't really think about people like that, I'll be honest. Especially not as a child. I don't think most people would think about it when you're, like, 10. But, like, even now as an adult, I don't really, like, care. I just like people's haircuts. I don't really think about, like, anything For me, it's like if people would never take off their clothes, I would be fucking happy. I don't need to see any people ever. Mate, don't put this on the community. This is just me specifically. Me specifically. I'm just like trying to set my framework. I know we are like not everyone who's asexual is the same. I'm aware. You're like whatever your relationship is to people, it's based, boys. Like it doesn't matter if you're ace or aromantic. Or if you're allosexual, I don't give a shit. Do whatevs. I just personally do not care. Like, to me, I just like the like someone who's fully dressed is like for me the perfect way for them to be. I don't really care. Otherwise. But anyways, behind it. Highly recommend watching The Skeleton Twins. It's a based movie. It's kind of sad. It deals with mental health. And he plays a really cool character in that movie. By the way, what do you think? 2, okay. What do you rate? But yeah. Still having meant to put this in the community. This is just me putting my own label on me. 1, okay, yeah, no. Yeah, I had like a big SNL phase. Like a ridiculously. I've watched way too much of that show, I swear. James, be more strict. James is being strict. 2, 1. Okay, pretty normal. But yeah, I also recommend watching Barry. It's a really good show. I'm Aries, but also Wooga. Yeah. I don't know, I just have like a very, I guess like very one... I can't really like describe it. I'm not really up to describe it on stream either, to be honest. It's my own business. And whoever I, date or something like that. But it's not really up for you lads. So, yeah, 1. Okay, next one. Angel from Lady and the Tramp 2 Scraps Adventure. She is very pretty, silly. She's like cute, dog. It's a dog, yeah. She likes causing problems on purpose, and she's a very independent dog. Again, I was like 8. It comes to animals again. I was like 8. What do you want? I just thought she was cool. Okay. Kids, have you never met kids? Yeah, I don't know. I was like 8, and again, I liked animal movies, and I really liked the Lady and the Tramp franchise. She's like a street dog who teaches like Scamp, who's Lady and Tramp's son from the first movie, how to kind of, cause issues in the streets. So she's like a cool girl. If this was like people, she'd be like the cool troublemaker. And this is like an image. The animated animals, there's a huge difference. Exactly. It is literally just animals. And it's not like, as I mentioned, it is not, I don't know how to like... This is why it's like all / lighthearted. It is me being like an 8-year-old and thinking this dog is cool. That's literally the extent to it. Run me the statistic. You said 5% of this were women? Yeah, I think so. We've had like 1. How many are animals? I don't know. Maybe like 20%. I don't really know. We could count at the end because I don't want to like exit out the PowerPoint at the moment. And most of them are not animals, to be fair. And the women, I do think 5% was pretty accurate. I think animals maybe 10 to 20, I don't know. 10. Okay, so any more ratings on Angel? Again, also she has a cool name. She's called Angel, which is cool. Any more ratings, boys? There's another 2, okay. I think we have like 1 to 2 more animals, maybe. I definitely know we have 1 at least. But we might be coming to an end on the animals. Because we also coming to the end on the animated characters, I think. Because it's only animated animals, not actual animals. I don't know, there's like a level of separation. 10? So some of you think this is rather unhinged, okay. I would be surprised if there's someone who I like. That would be interesting, James, let me know. Okay, next slide. Kevin from American Pie. Don't ask. I, for some reason, was really at a very young age. Hello. Hi. I hate this movie. I was like, I do not ask why I was obsessed with these movies. I have like all of them on DVD. I watched them when I was way too young though, like way too young. I think I watched the first movie when I was like 8. But yeah, I really like Kevin from American Pie. He's a pretty boy. He's kind of dumb, but like in a sweet way. He has good hair, as you can see. Rare time where I could be the smarter one, because a lot of the characters on this list are very smart. And also, he's only 5'6", boys, so I'm the tall guy, which always makes me happy. I'm taller, he's 5'6". Sorry, short nuts, but yeah, no, I'm not the tallest of all fellas, so I always find it good if someone's shorter than me. That's just my thoughts. He's a short fella. But yeah, I liked him the most out of that franchise. And I have a lot of opinions on the American Pie franchise, but I'm not going to go into it because 5'6", yeah. I googled the height of the actor because I was like, I remember him being really short, but I forget. Fine, I get on my knees then. What do you rate this? 1 through 10 unhinged scale. Again, like, I don't really know why I gravitated towards certain franchises in the manner that I did, even if they're objectively maybe not good. Like, I don't know why I got obsessed with American Pie at like age 10, even though those movies were very much not meant for 10-year-olds, but don't fucking know, man. 1-1, okay, so you guys think this is quite normal. Yeah, he's like a cute guy, I think. He's hot. Fair. 1-1. Okay, everyone's saying 1. Makes sense. It really makes sense. Yeah. Alright. I'm glad I'm vindicated. Also, Bean is here. Yippee! Bean. Now, next slide. I don't really remember what the next slide is, to be honest. Roger from 101 Dalmatians. Anyone get me on this? He plays the piano, likes dogs, he has swooshy hair, and he drives fancily. In my opinion, if you like, okay, this is my brain moment where I realized this. If you like, how old were you? Like 10? I'm not following for this? Come on! If you can defend liking Milo, you can defend liking Roger. Okay, I say what it is. No, I can't. No, you can though. They have similar vibes. They're just at different fonts. Seamus, you would faint if you saw mine. And for the dog maybe you like the human guy. Don't come for me. Milo had more character, but Roger is like a handsome guy. Also, he owns a house, man. Milo's a superior man. I'm just saying visually, not character-wise. Also, Roger is a based man because he takes in all of those fucking dogs. He has the money to feed all of them. Just say that is a father, and aren't half the characters on this list fathers? But like, and it's a dumb. I'm sorry. I was like really young. Also, he has a great voice in the cassette tape German dub I owned as a kid. Don't come for me. Again, also a lot of these movies, for context, a lot of these movies I did watch in German originally, so my impression of like the character might be different than yours based on the voice actors. Just saying. Bilingual things. Okay, what is your rating on this? Roger from 101 Dalmatians. 1. You could walk on that nose and so horizontal. He has a big nose. That's okay. We don't nose shame. Bro. 8. Okay. Taking some L's. I'm taking some L's. Nah, I don't mind big noses. Fair, big nose. He has a big nose and that's okay. I'd sit on it. Fair, Desi. You're a bit unhinged, but fair enough, lad. He does have a big nose somehow. He does. Wink. This is... we're certainly doing something with this stream. We're certainly doing something. 3. Are we rating Unhingedness because it's 7? Damn. Yes, we are. We are rating Unhingedness, not like how much you agree with if it's hot or not. You think this person's hot. I still think Nick was worse, lol. Nothing wrong with a big nose, I'm just saying. That's fair. That's fair. Nick is... yeah. Yeah. Okay, next slide, boys. Sam from Love Actually. Anyone get me on this? Love Actually is one of my favorite movies of all time. Let's ignore, like, you know, you were young. Yeah, I watched this movie when I was 6. Which was, you weren't a phase. Fucking I'm in out jail, he's a baby. I was 6 years old! I was 6, right? When I watched this movie. You grown out of it. He's a sweet guy. He learns, like, the drums to impress a girl. I thought that was cool as like a 6-year-old. Genuinely, I was 6 when I watched this. I watched this with a friend at a birthday party. And let's not talk about how this movie should not have an age rating of 6. He could be my son, that's fair. That is a child. I said it is based on, for the people who weren't here at the disclaimer part, the disclaimer is, these are my childhood crushes, and for most of these I was somewhere between age 5 and, like, 13. So in the POV of a child watching, I get it. Yes, like, imagine yourself as a young kid, like, 6 years old. Okay, no, it's not current, Jesus Christ. No, it's like me as a younger kid / young teenager. I was born then. So, yeah, I just thought he was, like, a sweet kid. And, like, for a fit kid, that's fine. Yeah, exactly. So, like, as, like, a 6 or 7 or 8-year-old at that age, like, let's just say, can we see Fancy Yellow, please? Not at the moment, boys. Apologies. It's fine. I should have made that disclaimer more apparent again. Not right now. I don't want to be on camera, I'll be honest. So, what do you rate this? Again, imagine yourself being... we all enjoy this. 1. Imagine yourself as like a kid about the same age as this character. 1. Okay, 1. Very normal. 1. Like that scene where he runs and the fucking promoting for Yellow. Thank you, madam. That scene where he's 7. Okay, fair. That scene where he runs on like the airport, I thought was like so nice. Okay, hear me out, because like I'll say 1, because like a lot of the boys that I knew when I was like 7 were like really rude and aggressive to people all the time. So as like a sweet fella, he was so sweet. Yeah, I was a more like what would you say, aggressive. Yeah, I mean, I was like a nerdy kid who liked books, and I was kind of polite and stuff too. Fair limits. I was kind of like polite, so I didn't really like get along very well with a lot of those boys. So I don't know. All right, next slide. Now, I think this is potentially the most unhinged one. Marty from the movie Madagascar. I know he's a zebra. We're not gonna... well, a zebra. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna explain this. Madagascar is the first movie I ever saw, like, ever in the cinema. I was very young. Now, this is the worst, Jay. I was like 5, okay? And I just thought he was cool because he wanted to see the world. And he's like silly and has stripes. But this is still barely anything. I just thought he was cool because he had stripes and he wanted to see the world. Turn yourself in. I was 5 and I saw this movie. Someone surpassing Nick in this economy 10. You choose the annoying one from the film. I thought he was cool. I thought he was just a silly guy who wanted to be silly, and I'm actually unfollowing what the heck. No! I was 5 years old again! He's a zebra. Is there anyone from The Lion King on this list? Because I get those. Yeah, Kovu. We had Kovu from The Lion King on the list. My community, sorry! Again, I was 5 years old and I was just obsessed. Oh god, do I want to know what penguin? No. None of the penguins, bro. Fucking no. No. I didn't go that far. Again, I was only like, as a 5-year-old, thinking this character's cool. This is what I meant, like, my crushes, it's like characters I wanted to be like, / thought were cool, / once I was a bit older was like, oh, they're kind of cute. But like, a lot of these when I was, let's say, 5 to get weirded out, no, that's fine, James. So you draw the line at penguins, checks out, 8 unhinged, I think. No, I just mean I sort of didn't really have that much interest in the penguins, I'll be honest. As in like the TV show of the penguins. Just keep playing with my ring. But yeah, 2 as usual. James, your bar. No taste for real. I'm sorry, I was a 5-year-old. It's the first movie I ever saw. James just has not given anything above a 2, I don't think. Also 10. Okay. Yeah, I knew this one would be the most unhinged one. I'm not. This is boring. Damn, James. Damn. 9. Everyone else is saying, really, 5-year-olds don't have any taste? Yeah, I didn't say I was. That's wait, both as a white man and an animal. James's bars in space. Right up your alley. No, you're just kicking my balls right now. Blue, what the fuck? Again, I said I would be like pretty honest about shit. Again, as I mentioned, I didn't even understand what romance was as a 5-year-old or 6-year-old. I didn't really think about it in those terms. This is just me as an older person retrospectively being like, yeah, I really thought he was a cool guy. 8. If I don't see Thomas O'Malley on this list, I swear to God. Oh, he's not actually on this list. Sorry, I forgot about him. I've only watched Aristocats like 1 time, because I had it as an audio book, and I listened to the audiobook a bunch. Me one night, Bam Bikini, you've joined to the most unhinged one declared by chat. Is there more ads? Jesus, the cat? Yeah, the cat. Bamba, join the judgment. I had the stream on the background by gaming, just checked in a few times. Fair. I love how you corrected yourself to the wrong thing. GG. Bam Bikini, what do you think? Hold on, I have many hellos, Lamau. Just so the kids go wild in this. Freedom. Okay, we're back from ads. Sorry, boys. Everyone's saying hi. Sorry, can't type laughing too hard. Yeah, no. Bamba, what do you rate this on a scale from 1 to 10 of 1 is the most normal thing ever, 10 is incredibly unhinged? Thomas Manny's not on this list. Thomas Manny's not on this list. Because I sort of went with like stuff that I was obsessed with as a kid, and I only watched the movie once. I listened to the audiobook and the music of it like loads, but I'm sorry, but I do agree Thomas Manny was a cool cat. Opinion 9. For real, Bamba, you're so right for that one. This is, I think, the most unhinged I get with this entire list. Okay, let's move on swiftly. Cody from The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Yeah, again, I was like 8. So I thought nerdy kids, I thought nerdy characters were cool. He was smart, you know, he was hardworking. He had to deal with everyone's fucking shit. It's giving Henry danger. No! Cody over Zack. So true. Zack was just a dickhead. He's not a zebra. True. Zack was just literally so annoying. And I'm like, Cody had to deal with so much crap and constantly got into shit because of his goddamn idiot brother. And I really liked Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but this is obviously from when he looks like he'd bully me. Yeah, probably. But I could fix him! Also, he had crazy mommy issues, by the way. Yeah, I can understand this. But this is obviously from Sweet Life on Deck, where they're on the boat. And he was, like, quite an attentive guy. He's quite polite. I'm a monster lover, a furry, and a man with odd taste on even human men, so you can expect low numbers from me, fair. Look at them now. How don't they have the same face, but Cody looks hotter? Don't they have the same face, but Cody looks hotter? I know! It's crazy! They do look really different. I thought they always looked really different, but that's just me. Okay, what do you think, Cody from The Sweet Life? Thoughts. I say 1, I guess. 1. Okay, this is a real... I love how we went from like a 10 to a 1. Still wears stripes. 6. Is there someone on this list that isn't miserable / Jen? I mean, I know very little about the character, but the look is fine. Fair. Two. I don't know. There's a lot of characters with trauma in this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of issues everyone has. Do you know what that says about me and my taste in characters? But it's fine. Yeah. Okay, now, next slide, boys. Tramp from Lady the Tramp. Me to get therapy, who's self-insert. Go back to anime soon, so I can look at hot people fair. Oh yes. Okay, does anyone get me on Tramp though? A gentleman? He organizes the most fucking romantic date for a dog to organize. This is also common to me. Yeah, he's just a gentleman. He also can fight. More dogs, excuse me. Okay, I'm sorry. He is a bit of a dick in the second movie. He's like a horribly strict dad, but we can forgive it. You know, he's overly cautious. It's fine. He learns. He just tries his best, okay? He gets discriminated against in the first movie because he's a street dog. No more dogs. Bad yellow. I'm sorry! It's just literally animated ones, and again, more like admiring them rather than like anything. Have you seen Spider-Man 2? Which one? Like the one with Tobey Maguire? He created the most romantic date in the history of cinema? Exactly. Have you heard Bella Notte? The Toby one. I have. I get Spirit to some degree, but couldn't agree less on the other animals here. I'm sorry. Have I missed an anime one? I don't know. I would like to say the Sad Little Men I like the best. Exhibit A, Jump Sims from TMA. Exhibit B, Victor from Arcade. I've not listened to TMA yet. I've been meaning to. Why? My phone is calling me out so hard, boys. It really knows me, man. Where are the men with silly little waists? I'm sorry. What is this? I'm sorry. This is my childhood crushes, Blue. Also, this is too childhood. So this is all stuff like. Yes, Blue, thank you. I'm sorry, this was childhood. I didn't think of people's waists as a kid. I just thought, oh, this person's cool. I've not watched Arcade or listened to. Anyway, I agree with Trap. Okay, 7. Any more ratings? No 6. Okay. No, I don't have that. This is all my childhood stuff. Like, I didn't really think about people in that way when I was like a 10-year-old. Don't know about you lads, but everyone do as they do, but like. 1, okay. Thank you. Thanks, boss. 10. I gotta compare everything to the zebra now. I'm sorry. 3. 2. Okay. I don't know. It's always like there's like 2 ranks. It's like people where I think he could take care of me. Guess who I got fixated on from that movie, Toby's Spider-Man 2? Is it the son of like the... What's his fucking name? Is it the son of like the villain? Is it the son of the villain? 3? Okay. No. Is it Mary Jane? Is it what's his fucking name? No. Is Doc Ock in that movie? I forget. I mix them up. To be fair, I get gender envy and attraction mixed up sometimes, so maybe I'm a little sad man and see myself in the sad little man. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like saying, a lot of these, it's like, I'm a furry and I see myself in the dogs. That's what I was saying. Like, some of these, I don't really know. Doc Ock is the answer. You're honestly based for that. You're based for that, James. Some of them, it's like, because I was obviously, like, really young. Why is there so many ads? The fuck, bro? There should not be this many ads. I swear to God. There should not be this many ads. Why is it constantly running ads? It's news, bro. James, that's so valid. James is actually valid for that one. But, like, because I was really young for most of these, so, like, age 6 to 12, maybe. And I don't, like, discerning if I just wanted to be like that person, or if I thought this person was cute, or if I just thought they were cool, is very difficult to discern. So I just kind of put whatever in here. So some of them I just thought were cool. Turned 69 last year, damn. And jail cannot contain me. Okay. So, next slide, boys. George from The Art of Getting By. I was so obsessed with this movie. If you don't know, this is Freddie Highmore, by the way. I also genuinely like Freddie Highmore, but like I was so obsessed. This was like my favorite movie as like a 10-year-old because he's an artist and he's angsty. He has such loser boy swag. He's like absolutely doesn't have, he has an existential crisis for the entire movie. I related very hard as a 10-year-old, and I was like, oh my gosh, because he drew in his school books, and oh my god. See ya, yellow. Bye, Madonna. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Looks like an emo one. If you've never watched this movie, The Art of Getting By is the most like indie coming of age movie ever. Like, also it has I think Emma Stone in it, who's quite like nice in that movie also. But yeah, I was really obsessed with Freddie Highmore as a kid. I've watched like every movie he's ever been in, but I definitely like this movie is like quintessential. It's like, yes. The amount of sadness I felt when I've tried watching Bates Motel, which he plays like the main guy, and I hated that TV show, and I stopped watching it after 5 episodes. I don't know, I just could not get into Bates Motel. I thought it was incredibly boring and long drawn out, which was so upsetting because I really liked Freddie Highmore at the time, and I was doing my whole watching someone's whole back catalogue at the time. And yeah, the amount of sadness I felt, what as usual. Yeah, no, but highly recommend watching this movie. He's also in Toast, which is a really good movie as well. Highly recommend. But yeah, Loser Boy swag. One as usual, more ratings, lads. Haha, 2 months. Crazy. Another one, okay. But going back to the normcore moments. By the way, I'm wearing one of the dinosaur rings you guys bought for me. Normal core. I'm sorry, that's just what I've been calling the one, like, crushes that get like a 1 from everyone in chat. But like the most normal, apparently, dino ring. Yeah, I'm wearing the Triceratops one today. And I've just been fiddling with it because it's nice. I like a good, like, fidgetable pair of jewelry. Piece of jewelry. Alright, any more ratings? Any more ratings on George? Has anyone seen Treasure Planet? I have seen Treasure Planet. Good movie. Silly movie, even. Sounds like a Will Wood album I love, so I can't shut up about that music. Fair. You're fair for that. Holy shit, Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet enjoys in the chat. Any more ratings? Any more ratings on George? Do I see more ratings? Again, it's on unhinged scale. So I'd say this is quite normal. He's like a nerdy art kid. Guess who I liked and low-key still do from that movie? I honestly forgot like all the names, I'll be honest. So, Chatters. The Captain? Is it the Captain, James? Hold on. Why this playlist is really like, I wish it was more like upbeat. Yes, it was Captain Amelia. That's fair. That's fair. All the human ones are very normal. That's fair. Okay, next one then. Next slide. What from over the garden wall? Oh, you said that her name was... Oh, was it the dude with the jelly guy? Yes. Okay, he's a nerdy guy. He likes poetry again. Wears a cloak. My sad little guy. You get me on this, Merle. You get me on this. Loser boy, but in a sweet way. And likes mixtapes and makes mixtapes for his crushes. Like, okay? My beloved, I'm glad we're on the same wavelength. I love Over the Garden Wall so much. He's a loser and I love him. He just like me for real. This is exactly it. Like, I love Over the Garden Wall. It's one of my favorite shows ever. I'm so upset still to this day. Okay, I have a story. I used to have a friend, and for one of her birthdays, I gave her the art book for Over the Garden Wall. And we're no longer friends, and you can no longer buy that art book for normal prices. And I'm so upset that I spent like 35 quid on this art book, and I didn't even get to read it myself because it was a gift. And I'm not even friends with that person anymore. Now I could read the digital version online if I want to, but man, This is my PSA. Never really got into that. It's such a good show. It's so good. But like, this is my PSA to you boys when it comes to art books. Like, even if you think, oh, I don't have the 30 quid for this right now, watch it 3 times, it's so good. Agreed. This is a PSA, like, if you think, oh, 35 quid is a lot, I'll just buy this later. When it comes to art books for shows, this has happened to me like 2 times, where I wanted to get an art book for a medium I really love, and then it's sold out, and then it's just incredibly difficult to ever find a print copy that doesn't cost several €100. So I've had this with Professor Layton as well, and I've had this with Over the Garden Wall. It's such a pain. Anyway, I might say 2 for Word just because he's such a loser, but I support this. Valid. Okay, more ratings. Word from Over the Garden Wall. He's just a silly guy. He's just a silly loser boy who wears a cloak for most of that series. 1. Okay. Andy plays clarinet? Exactly. I didn't even note the clarinet. 2. Okay. I think he might be the last animated character. And he has terrible hair, and we love him anyway, so true. He plays clarinet. 3. Fair. Fair. I mean, I played flute when I was young, so... yeah. I was younger, I'm still young. Right. Any more ratings? Any more ratings for what? Nah, I'm in love with the singing frog, actually. /J, imagine if I put the fucking frog on here. I could have just packed my bags and ended my entire career right here. I swear to God, if anyone is fucking in love with Jason Thunderbuck and the frog, I'm gonna, you know, that's a 10 on Unhinged. Alright. Next slide, then. Yeah, that would have been 10s all around. Yeah, no justifying that, man. Alright, next slide. Michael Sheen. Jason Thunderbuck, that was his name? Yeah. Any Michael Sheen enjoyers in the house? Come on, surely. He's a funny guy, he's passionate, curly hair, which is great. If anyone has ever watched this one, I can kind of agree on. He's a guy. He cares about politics, which, yes. Great accent, if you've ever heard him. I saw him in Good Omens and briefly hyperfixated. Same! Oh my gosh, okay. Sorry, also Welsh? Yes. And okay, but I had such a big thing because of Good Omens, genuinely. And then I watched, literally the only show about sex I've ever watched and liked was Masters of Sex, and that's down to him. And, honestly, the whole cast of that show, but this man. He's a great Twitter presence, by the way, if you ever want to have, a funny celebrity on Twitter. He has Good Omens. Good Omens is, top 3 TV shows of all time for me. I love that show so much. I can't wait for season 2. I'm Sorry, I'm so normal about it. But yeah, no, I really like Michael Sheen. I think he's wonderful. He's great. 10 on 10. Okay, but Crowley, true. I also had David Tennant on the crush list. Good Omens is so good. Yes, we are so normal about Good Omens. No, the brain. Sorry, I'm normal. I'm so normal. Yes, I'm totally not unhinged about Good Omens and the whole thing. And no, I got the TV companion for Christmas, and I was ee! I got the book. I've watched the TV show so many times, and I like it a lot. And I've watched the behind the scenes and the interviews. And sorry, I'm so normal. Some of these are the more recent ones, I suppose. One of the best shows, so true. We are so normal. Yeah, no, we are normal. But yeah, Michael Sheen is great. And he does quite a lot of cool political stuff about Wales and everything. So shout out. He's a boss. I read the book 5 times. Relatable. I'm so excited. I can't wait for season 2 of Good Omens. I'm actually so ecstatic. Also, Welsh over anything else. Yes, 1. Okay, can I get some ratings for this? He's more like a silver fox, but I think he's quite handsome. Your politics hyperfixations left some marks. Oh, you don't know. You don't know what's coming. You don't know. This is gonna get bad. This is all my hyperfixations over my teenage years. Oh no. Yeah, this is gonna get bad. I didn't even include politicians, to be honest, but there's some traces. There's some traces that have been left. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. But yeah, can I some ones? You all think this is quite normal. Thank you. I appreciate the validation for this. Right, we were just all fanboying about Good Omens. That's sad to have a politics of fixation, but you know what's good for you? Yeah, it was like 2 years. Yeah, and I still read quite a lot about politics. Yeah. It happens. It happens. Don't know why, but you know, it happens. So, but yeah, alright. Moving on. Next slide. Fabi from this is a German movie. I was obsessed with this series. I'm never getting over the plant scene or the bookshop scene in Good Omens for very different reasons. So true. So any of my German speaking chatters, I was, again, as I mentioned, I've really liked, again, out of all the characters, don't at me, man. The fucking villain arc he went on the 3rd movie, actually chef's kiss. You cannot come for me on this. So if you don't know, this is like a children's book / movie series that I was really into as a kid, because it was another one of like, I just like the way he looks. He's a kid. Okay, villain arc is a fair one, not gonna lie. He goes batshit insane in the 3rd movie and just like runs away to live with a bunch of... He's a feminist! He is a feminist! Actually, Jake S. a feminist. He does live with a commune of women in the woods. Like, he kind of gives it, you know. I get it, may have been of the times, but still. Yeah, it was like me being like a 6-year-old. Okay, he's a feminist, okay. Yeah, no, a rare dump for a 2000s kids movie. But, so if you don't know, this is like a movie about this group of kids who play football, like football. For the Americans it's soccer, but football for the normal people. No, I'm kidding. And they're all like a little group, you know, that kind of found family children's series, and he's the best friend of the main character, kind of, in the series. And I always thought he was so cool, and he only appears in like the first 2 movies, like the first movie and the 3rd, where he comes back for the villain arc, and he got shafted so much. Yes, because we are so normal. Okay, I didn't like it for the sport. I liked it for the found family. And also he got a hat. Yeah, he got a hat in the 3rd movie. He low-key got a hat. Also, he got a cane, and he got a snake theme. He got a snake theme, boys. I mean, he was kind of based. Not gonna lie, in the 3rd movie. This is like him in the 1st. He only got the 1st movie and the 3rd movie, and he never got redeemed. He got shafted in this franchise, okay? Because he used to be the best friend in the 1st movie. He's like such a cool character in the 1st movie. Then he has his villain arc in the 3rd, and then he just never fucking returns in the series. It's 5 movies. Oh, 6 movies, sorry. But yeah, no, as a kid, I thought he was cool. Because like everyone liked the main character in this movie series. And I like thought he was cool, and Bio was like the best friend. One. Yeah, he's like a normal kid. You know, this is not like a crazy... this would make me want to rewatch those movies, not gonna lie. Because I was obsessed. I don't know why, but like, even as a kid, I really liked the whole found family, like people having like their own little club or like group. I thought that was like the coolest shit. I've liked so many books and movies. What was his accents? You've written good accent. He had like a northern German accent. So like everyone, like not northern, but like the series takes place in like Bavaria, but I think he had like a Hamburg one. Never really liked it that much. SMHing. The book series, by the way, like was kind of normal. Like the book series was pretty like just normal kids like hanging out, playing games, having like a little place they hung out and shit. But the movies got bad shit. They for some reason were like, yeah, the 5th movie we're just gonna have vampires. You know, like that. Like I could actually write essays about. Like I think they called this. What did I call this in English? The fucking movie series. Hold on. Wild Soccer Bunch. That's what they call it in English. I think I never really got properly translated, to be fair, but you know, I think that's the English title they gave it. So the Wild Soccer Bunch. started, like the book series, right? I could actually write essays about it because it used to be a series that was all about how it was very much like something a normal kid would experience or could experience, right, with their friends. And like in the book series, they keep pretty closely to that, but in the movies, the first 2 movies are very normal. Like they just have like normal things, like, you know, oh, one of them is getting grounded, so they have to like free him to play or something like that, or this parent is being mean, like really normal children's problems. And then in the third movie, it gets a bit unhinged, but still fine. They just have this tournament where they go to, you know, the girlies who live in the woods. Normal behavior. The fourth one, there's like people who live in the shadows. And the fifth one, they were like, ah, yes, let's just fucking have vampires with crazy powers. And oh my god, they've ruined that series by making it no longer like urban realism and rather like urban fantasy, which doesn't match the theme. Everyone, actually, literally every single person I've ever like spoke to who knows the series hates that decision. Don't know why the fucking did it. Either way, I could actually rant. Just let the kids play football. Exactly, like it was such a good series for the first 3 movies. The fourth one, Riverdale vibes randomness. Yes, it's literally like Riverdale. Because in the fourth movie, they have this tournament where they have to visit these like people who half live in the shadows and half live in the real world. And the 2 main brothers have a rivalry over this girl they like, and it's like super unnecessary. And then, yeah, the vampires come in because lol. And then they have like a fucking vampire versus not vampire football match. And it's like 3-dimensional football. You're like, what the fuck is happening, man? And then people get made into stone statues for some reason. And I think the sixth movie is actually pretty alright because they did like a soft reboot with like a new series of kids who take up the mantle of the old kids, but then they never went anywhere with it and only made 1 movie with the new cast. So it was a whole mess. But alas. Moving on to next slide. Colin Farrell. Again, more like older movies. I don't know, I just thought he was a cool, badass guy. I liked like 2 movies of him, I think. Hold on. Which movies am I thinking of? It was like... Hold on. Yo. Do you get me? Do you get me on this? Hold on. I'm trying to get the movies that I really loved. It was, London Boulevard? London Boulevard and In Bruges. Which are like 2008 to 2010 like action movies that he was in, and I really like those. Also, I really like Fright Night. It's like a vampire movie and it's like silly but fun. I don't know. This was like a crazy one because I only was like, oh, I like him a little bit, and then I watched like 2 or 3 movies, but I only really like the look from that time. I see what you mean, but personally I don't like. That's fair. As I mentioned, this was more like a light one. Because I only watched like those 3 movies and liked him in that. His new movie is so good. Which one is it? Blah. Is it the from 2018? 2023? Or is it the one from the year before? Or which one is it? Sorry. My brain died. I cannot speak. If I speak, I fuck up. Great hair doesn't show the hair. Yeah, okay, to be fair, the hair is not in this car. The Banshees of Inisherin. Oh, that one. I have not seen that one. Is it good? Oh, I know. Okay, I've seen this. Like, Betrayal. I'm sorry! I couldn't really find that many good pictures. I'll be honest. And like a lot of them cut out his hair. But he has like cool hair. And I don't know, he was like an action-y guy. I was like, okay, alright. You know. It wasn't anything too serious. Because like, you could really tell the difference between, well, what does that say about him? Well, just that this cut is a bad-ish picture. But what was I on about? Oh yeah, you can really tell the difference when I go about, like, some of them I could like go on about them and like the medium that they are in. It is a good movie, it might be biased still about, that's fair. Where like I can talk about them or the media that they are in for like hours because I was like 100% obsessed with it. And other stuff, it's like, oh yeah, I just liked it, but more casually. And he was definitely one of the casual ones, I'll be honest. Because I just really liked in Bruges and London Boulevard. Like, I really loved London Boulevard. If you've never watched that movie, it's insane. Highly recommend. It's like a 15-year-old movie at this point. So what do you rate this? I think this is very normal. Nothing too exciting. 1, yeah, I think this is a 1. By the way, are you proud of me for finding this many? Or are you concerned about how many men can I like in a lifetime? Still bad that you don't appreciate Rise of the Guardians enough? I like Rise of the Guardians! They even have an animal? Bro, that's not their appeal. I actually liked, what's his name? This is a 1, yeah. I was just not that obsessed with Rise of the Guardians. Like, he doesn't what? I like Rise of the Guardians. It's not like my favorite movie of all time. I like it though. I mean, I was on the internet when they did the whole Hotel Transylvania, Rise of the Guardians, Brave crossover YouTube edits. So don't tell me I don't appreciate it enough. Good grief. I'm here to start drama only, and you're allowed. Can I get some more ratings, boys? I'm guessing everyone thinks this is a 1. 1, yeah. Agree. This is pretty tame. I'm here for my law degree. 1, I guess. Okay, now next slide, boys. Okay, hear me out. This is what I meant about the politics influence. I'm sorry! Again, it's the suit and glasses thing. I'm sorry! How can people be like, oh yeah, Doc Ock is fine, but come on! He's a funny guy. He's passionate. He wears nice suits. Sorry, it's the politics obsession that I had. This is worse than this is everyone. Why is that worse? Why? He's a funny guy. After all I've done, no. Why? Come on. This is funny, but what is usual? Why is it that funny? It's like a guy. What do you mean? I will not stand for the slander. Admittedly, I've had like a hyperfixation on Last Week with John Oliver for like 5+ years. It's just me. 5 level of unhinged people's reactions. 5 level unhinged. Oh. No, I mean, I remember like being in like one of my schools. I can understand the daddy appeal of older men, but this, no, come on, please. He's not even that, no, that's not, like, I don't know, I just like men in suits, don't at me. And I just think he's a charming guy. Also, I really like Community. I'm not sure if this is even desperate anymore, it's just a little sad, no! You're so upsetting. He's just a middle-aged man, and that's okay! He's also funny, and he likes silly stuff. Again, I really like this TV show. We're upsetting? Yes! Because, like, you're all like, oh my god, all your crushes are so normal, like, what the fuck? And then I have, like, one that's a little bit outside of the stock image enjoyer? No, please look in the mirror? Fuck. You guys are mean. Like, you're like, oh yeah, this is all like super boring and like the most normal people ever. And I have like one that's a little bit out and you're like, no, we cannot defend this. SMH. SMHing. Anyways, I also really like Community and I had a big thing for Community. I really liked his character in that. As in, like, the character's obviously an arsehole, but he plays it well. Sorry. What is the rating? Shoot me, why don't you, boys? I love a man in a suit, but not like this. Again. I will not take slander unless you've watched. It's okay to have taste. You've not watched this show. Middle-aged comedians. Okay, don't get me. I won't defend anything with this comment. I was just surprised to see him specifically. Also, okay, I'm not going to talk about this. Never mind. Because I decided, like, when I wanted to do this stream, that I sort of went... Like, there's a line I will not gonna cross in terms of what I want to talk about on stream. That made it sound really bad. Never mind. I said, like, there's some stuff where, like, obviously I left out, like, real people and other stuff because, well, it was not entertaining for stream. So, I'm here to have a little bit of a silly time. It's for silly purposes, basically. City Times. You know, I mean, again, I really like his TV show. Actors ain't real people. They're not gonna know. Enough bullying, he's starting to feel bad now. John Oliver isn't real, confirmed. He's just a projection. Admittedly, he also likes anime, so like, advantage. Just as bad as his taste in men. Fuck you. Fuck you. Dickhead. Can I get some ratings, lads, so we move on? We've not even crossed the, like, middle-aged comedian threshold on this. It's gonna get worse, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. 3, 4, 1. James, you're too kind to me, honestly. 2. I really should have been okay. I just want to see the 5th woman that statistically has to be there. I think there's like 2, maybe. James is here for the emotional support. Yeah, James is just here to make me feel better. I don't know. I have like 2 default. There's like normal guy and like slightly out of pocket. We're here for emotional damage. I mean, to be fair, I did say you could bully me. Okay, next slide, lads. Young Thomas from a distant neighborhood. Don't know if anyone here has seen this movie. I was obsessed with it as a 10-year-old. And, he's troubled. He's sort of a time traveler, kind of not. It's like, it's a cool movie. He's caring, he's thoughtful, he has nice hair. And, it's... Okay, so the movie, if you're wondering, no, I'm tired of men now. I literally told you at the start that it's gonna be mostly men. I've never seen men boy in my life, but fair, I guess. Yeah, because it's like an obscure Belgian movie. I don't really expect most people to know this, but... So the whole plot of this movie, Gay Men SMH... Have I ever been subtle about this? Have I ever been subtle? Surely not. But this movie is basically about this guy called Thomas, or Thomas, because it's Belgian, who goes back to his childhood village to revisit his mother's grave, and then, boom, he finds himself back as his 14-year-old self, right before his father disappears for forever. So he's, like, investigating his father, like, why his father left. Because his father leaving leads to his mum dying. So he finds himself back into, like, his young self, and he's, like, investigating everything. And it's, like, a very funny, thoughtful movie. It's not really clear if he actually does time travel, or if it's just, like, a thought experiment, because, you know, vague things. And this is, like, the young version, which is why I specified. The old version is, okay, I love a time traveler, same. And, like, the old version is, like, really old. He's, like, 60, I think. So obviously, I don't really think his older version is that attractive to me, personally. But, like, the young version, as a kid, I thought, oh, he's cute. And he's, like, he has, like, a lot of emotional maturity, obviously, because he is an adult. But he isn't, if that makes sense. And it's the one good thing with French tones in it. I'm gonna head off. I think good night. Stay safe. Have a good stream. Bye. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Can I get your rating before you leave, boss? Can I get some ratings for young Thomas or Thomas from this movie? Which, by the way, has such a banger. Isn't John Oliver 50? Yeah, but admittedly, older Thomas is also bald, so I don't know. I'm not really a bold enjoyer, I'll be honest. So you draw a line at fictional 6-year-olds? No, I draw the line at bold people. That's the line. Have you seen any bold characters in this list? No, because I quite like can people. I'll be honest. I'll be so real with you. This movie has such a better title in German. Because it's like... In German, this movie is called Vertraute Fremde, which means, like, familiar strangers. Which I think is such a base title. And in English, they called it A Distant Neighborhood. Boring title. Hi, Potters! Welcome to the Valentine special stream. How are you, King? Liking hair explains to Zebra/J. One. We are rating my childhood crushes on, on a scale from 1 to 10, least to most unhinged. So far I've been thoroughly roasted multiple times for either incredibly basic taste or incredibly out there taste, or a lack of taste. Doing good. How are you, guys? I'm good. I'm having a lot of fun. So yeah, distant strangers, not familiar strangers in German is such a cool title. This is a boring ass title, but he's cute, I thought, as a kid. So if you're wondering, basically this is like my childhood crushes, always relatively traumatized by zebras and John Oliver. How about you? I'm sorry! It was not my fault. I mean, it was my fault, but to be fair, I was young. I was young, not afraid. Can I get some more ratings, boys? What do you think? 1 to 10, how unhinged is this? Kid/neck? Ugh. I was like a little guy. A 1? Okay. 1? Okay. He's like a typical pretty boy, basically. Which is like pretty basic, I'd say. Alright. Any more ratings? Clicked on A because I wasn't looking at my keyboard. Fair. Alright. We go to next slide, lads. Next slide. Not proud of this one. Not proud. SMHing at my younger self, to be honest. I was a theatre kid, okay? I liked sweaters. I'm sorry, I said I was gonna be honest. Like, really young me. Yeah. This is getting a bit more interesting now. I'm sorry. The regret is strong, lads. The regret. But I said I was gonna be honest. And not, like, leave out ones that are a bit embarrassing. But, yeah. It's the Hamilton influence, boys. This is so close to the Zebra. I'm sorry! It's the Hamilton influence. I'm sorry. He's not bald, and I think that's the bar. Yeah. So magic. It is the Hamilton influence. He does voice the horse and Bluey meeting. Yeah. I'm sorry. Also, he does play, that one character in He So Fits Into Yellow's Crush List. I'm sorry. Oh, so he fits into Yellow's Crush List because he voices the horse and Bluey. I've not actually watched Bluey so far. Bar Below the Floor. I'm sorry. Again, this is not what I'm proud of. It was really the Hamilton influence / watching watching His Dark Materials, the HBO show where he plays like a steampunk character. I'm sorry. I apologize. Dark Materials? Yeah, His Dark Materials, the TV show, is actually really based. Such a good show? Yes! And you know which character, you know who he plays. I thought that character was very cool. I like steampunk. So, sorry. It's the Hamilton. Not everything in the room where it happens, no fun. I'm sorry! This is a regret. I do regret, lads. What is your rating? Regrets. Again, it's the Hamilton phase. I blame it on the Hamilton phase. I was young and a theatre kid. Pain. But I told you I wouldn't leave out shit. Best to my abilities, excluding like obviously real people and stuff. As in like people in my real life. 1, James, you're too kind. James is always too kind. So if you're wondering, if you're new, we're rating my childhood crushes on a scale from 1 to 10, least to most unhinged. And yeah. It's all / lighthearted, by the way. And again, I was a kid for literally like all of these. It's more on the not as common, but like he is a human. I'm judging you, but he's not that unhinged, so 3. Fair. I deserve some judging on this. I'll be honest. This is not a moment of pride for me. Out of the whole cast. I liked other people in that cast too, but I said I would like not. I already have like 50 fucking slides. I wasn't gonna have it 100, boys. Because I was like, oh, I can't fill like that much content. And then I ended like we've already gone for like 2 hours and a half, and we're not at the end. This wouldn't be like an 8-hour stream if I actually included every character, everything I ever like. I just sort of went for as long as I could, and I was like, okay, I've got 50 nopers. I'm sorry. I know. Let's move on. Let's move on. I want that 8-hour one. I'm joking. Numerobus from Asterix and Obelix Mission Cleopatra. Actually, he and Misha compare on the same level. I know that one, Lamau. Potter's your king. On the same level. Yeah, felt. That's what I'm saying. I'm not proud of these. Okay, so Numerobus from Asterix and Obelix from 2002. I loved this movie. I was obsessed with it. I had it on DVD. Watched it loads of times. He fights badassly. A man who isn't white. Yeah. He's awkward in a charming way. He's cool. My favorite character from that movie. He's based. Okay, I stand by this. This one I stand by. That movie is grand. Actually cracked movie. Recommend. In my opinion, the best real life movie of at what cost? Yeah. And also admittedly the animals don't really have ethnicity in the same sense that people do. Then in terms of real life adaptations of Asterix and Obelix, I think this one is the best one. I stand by this. It's better than the fucking Olympian Games. I stand by this. This one is so funny and very quirky and still very watchable. What do you think of this? Judge me. 1 to 10, unhinged level. 1, I like Asterix from that movie, but he's not bad either. Yes. 1, okay, 1. I'm redeeming myself a little bit. 2, okay. That movie is actually really good. I loved it so much. So much happens in that movie as well, the fuck. Can we talk about the credits scene? Good movie, no comment on the dude. Lamau. It's just an unhingedness, not the scaling is 1 to 10 unhinged. Actually, the haircut makes it worse, 2. He has a busy life, man. He gets fucking, indebted to, pay off a lot of money. He doesn't really have time for the style, man. He also almost gets killed at the end of the movie. And then he saves himself, because he's based. But, can we talk about the low-key making out scene between Cleopatra and, fucking Caesar in the credits? What were they on? What were they on in 2002 about movies? I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck? I remember being, really young and be like, oh yeah, we've been new. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a lot that happens, man. Jeez. Now, moving on. I told you it would get worse. Arguably, I told you it would get worse. I said so. Yeah. Who the heck is that? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm repenting for my... I did say, okay, hear me out. He is kind of a Silver Fox kind of guy. Okay, so, he's also a funny guy. He has a good voice. He's snarky. He was, I'm sorry, guys. It's the political phase. Your heteronym was worse. You can really tell by political hyperfixation. Yeah, because I also really had a big thing for late night comedy shows. He was the guy who hosted The Late Show with Stephen Colbert before Stephen Colbert. No, he didn't. Fucking hell, I'm dumb. I'm an idiot. Never mind, ignore my comment. That was someone else. He hosted The Daily Show before Trevor Noah. And I stand by the opinion that he was a better Daily Show host, but... I'm sorry. Also, he was very handsome as a young guy. I watched his comedy special from the 90s. Handsome guy. I don't know, he's not I don't know, how... This kind of feeds into the whole... people I just thought were really cool when I was younger and I kind of wanted to be or that embodied good qualities. Please tell me you moved on from having crushes on talk show hosts? Yeah. Young me. He was on something. I don't know, I just thought it was, honestly, in that time period, someone being opinionated and funny about politics was a big pull for me, for people. Because, I don't know, If you show me James Corden next, I have to leave. No, God, no. Please judge me more highly than that. Easily a 7 on the unhinged scale. Not as common, but still def 1. James, you have so much faith in me. No, he's not on there. We're done with the talk shows hosts / like comedians, I think. Yeah, what is your ratings, lads? Next time is Helen. God, no, Jacob! Judge me higher than that, my fucking God! Imagine being in my position. Dude, I'm just having Jacob, you insane person. 6-4. Okay. Again, I want to see you guys do a tier list, like a slideshow like this, and tell me that you don't have some like 6 or to 10s on that a lot of people would very highly disagree with. But the whole point is to be fun. So I have a public Twitter. Yes, I know. And it's just like anime people. And, you know, fair enough. I'm not judging you on that one. You're allowed. Everyone's just allowed to do their own shit. And as I mentioned, it is all for the lols. Alright, let's move on. Again, if Alice on Fifth Woman. No, she's not here! Why do you think I would like openly... Like, if homophobia was a person, bro. Again, back to the German children's movies. I'm sorry! Okay, I liked that movie when I was 10, bro. Don't at me. So if you're wondering, this is like a trilogy of, like, German children's movies that is also like a gang / not gang, but a group. Found family vibes, they hang out. The series gets kind of unhinged. Like, they break out someone in prison, they hang, and I'm sorry. I break up, they break out someone out of prison in the 3rd movie. Don't ask. It's again one where, like, the realism goes off the scales once the series goes on. I don't know why German children's series do that, but apparently. But I just thought he was cool, okay? Don't at me. I would feel more shame if some of mine would not go for at least TVH. I don't know. I feel like a lot of these are pretty normal for the time that they occurred, and some are a little bit out there, but I feel like on the grand scheme, considering how many we've gone through, I think I'm doing respectable, I'd say. But yeah, no, I just liked him. As a 10-year-old, I thought he was, like, cool, adventurous. As I mentioned, like, I don't know, as a kid who wasn't crazy outdoorsy adventure-y, I liked They're So Normal, It's Painful, with some exceptions. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, like, I can never do right by you guys, it seems. Like, either they're so normal it's painful, or they're, like, so unhinged you don't understand me anymore. And I'm like, what do you want from me? I'm just a little fella, and I just like men, okay? They're just men. What do you want? Slash lighthearted, obviously, boys. I'm just having a little bit of fun. But yeah, this is a very basic childhood crush. Only knows extremes. What happened to the middle ground? So I don't know what the middle ground would be. You gotta try to get to 3. I know you're white, but give us some spice. I was like a 10-year-old. What do you mean? I didn't like... That was like the media environment I was in. Don't blame me. Flower, fuck you. Hi, ZT Freak. I'm getting roasted by my chat. Okay, next one. A woman. I know. Key from Video Game High School. Did anyone like Video Game High School here? I was obsessed with that show and I loved her. A woman, I know. She was very pretty. She has cool fashion. She was a very strong-willed character. And she had a cool name. So I liked her. What are we doing? I'm doing a slideshow about my childhood crushes, and chat gets to rate them on a scale from 1 to 10, least to most unhinged. So now we're at Key from Video Game High School. Oh, fun. Viciously judging as childhood crushes? Yeah, I'm getting viciously judges. Notice how the women are strong but all men are miserable? Yeah! That's like common internet moment. Tell me I'm wrong! I don't think I have any women on my list. Yeah, I have like a few, but very, very few, admittedly, because I'm quite gay. But yeah, I thought she was very cool. She was my favorite character for the show. Also, a very cool TV show, by the way. Well, it's not a TV show, it's like a web show, but, you know, it's made by girl bosses. Yeah. Yeah. I just like a bit of a girl boss sometimes. What can I say? What do you rate her? What do you rate her? 1, okay. And now I feel like I should do gender envy list. Fair. 1, 1. This is like a very normal, like she's just a normal pretty girl, I'd say. She's pretty? Yes. Agreed. That's valid. Yes. Yes. 1, not unhinged enough. Fair. Admittedly, we've gone through quite a few unhinged ones already, so I don't know if the rest goes that much. I think there's just some from when I was like 8 left. I don't remember though. Okay, next slide. Another woman! Oh my god! Frida from The Wild Chicks, which is another German children's TV, like, movie series. I really liked her. She again has cool hair, you can see this a little bit, and she's caring, she likes animals, she volunteers, she can make tea, she's really creative and loyal, and I thought she was like the coolest character. She deserved to be the main character in The Wild Chicks. I was obsessed with that book series and the movies. The movies go low-key dog shit in the third one, not gonna lie, they fuck up like half the character dynamics, but the book series... Cornelia von Movie Stan. She dared to make a lesbian character in a book series in the late 90s, early 2000s. Icon, we love her. Yeah, so Frida was my like, crush for them. Because, I don't know. She was cool. And she wore like really cool clothes also. Not pictured here. But yeah. What do you think? Rating? Women? Yeah. That's a women W moment. Looks nice. 1. Yeah, mind you, obviously, if you're wondering, all of these were like when I was like age appropriate to have a crush on this character. So I was like 8 or 10 maybe when I liked her. 1, 1. Yeah, everyone's saying 1. This is pretty normal, I'd say. Man, I genuinely don't remember. Like, I remembered a lot of the early ones really well, but I don't. Thanks for clarifying that wasn't recent enough. Yeah, no, I need to say that more. DM me your most unhinged ones, and I can give you a rating. Yeah, no, like these are from childhood, so most of these are sort of age 6 to 12. That goes for everyone. Okay, next slide. JD from Scrubs. Again, I could fix him. He had a Vespa. I liked Vespas as a kid, so... Don't ask. And 12? No, I'm not. I would be illegal on Twitch. Looks like a video game character. He does kind of look like a video game character in this image. This is from season 1. I really loved Scrubs as a kid. I watched it when I was like 8, the whole series. We don't speak of season 9. And I quite related to JD. Don't worry, Yellow isn't out here crushing on children, just animals and bland middle-aged men. I'm not crushing on animals. Child me at 8 thought animals were cool. His hair looks like Lego hair. He was just a fella, okay? I just like that he was like a daydreamer and that he was loyal and had a Vespa, I'll be honest. Literally that was it, because like he had these scenarios that he would make in his head. I don't know if you ever watched Scrubs, the show, but it's a good show. And I just thought he was cool. This is what I'm saying, like, because a lot of these are from when I was really, really young, they aren't necessarily like romance coded or anything like that. I just call all of it crush because that's the best I could describe it. Because a lot of these I was probably more like I wanted to be like that person rather than, you know, anything else. But I just describe all of it the same. But yeah. He's a silly guy. I remember a conversation where you said people around you weren't interesting. Tough call. Huh? Oh, like, no, just everyone looks... I don't know. I didn't include real people. As in, like, actual people I know. That's another just a guy? Yeah, but again, I was 8. Didn't know the guy, so 1. This is not recent. 6 if he was an actual Lego, but 1. Okay, normal. One, normal. No, I wasn't saying that they were interesting, just that in my area, everyone... Like, even if I would find someone nice, everyone is very German-coded, so I wouldn't speak in the language I prefer, so they're off the table immediately anyways. But we're not going to talk about my real romantic vibes or whatevs. This is not the stream for that. This is for silly, fictional people. 2, because he scares me. Alright. Next slide. Another childhood, like really young crush. Pierre from the chorus. Which is oh. Have I completely disconnected my stream, or is it just Chatterino? It's just Chatterino. Okay, it's just Chatterino. Whoopsie. Chat, are you still there, boys? Can I see some chatting in the chat again with the bowl cut? I was like 6. Is that a bowl cut? Not really, it's like a sweep to the side. This image isn't doing the most. I'm not here. Yes. So if you're wondering, the chorus is like the one French movie I like. Literally the singular one. And it's about a boarding school. It's a bowlish cut, yeah. Oh shit, yeah, the hair, what's up with that anyways? I don't care about the hair, bro. He was like a sensitive kid with a good voice. It's the one French movie that I like, because it's about a, like, school for troubled boys, but one minus French, yeah, to be fair, yeah. I think it's like Belgian French. That does scream early 2000s? Yeah, it was very early 2000s. But it's about this boarding school where for troubled boys, and this teacher comes there and he decides to start a chorus. Boom. Wallonian. He starts a chorus to sort of, and actually it turns out, like, you know, being, I think we had to watch this in class. We did OG. I also watched this in class in like 6th grade. But I also watched this movie when I was really young for the first time. This is the one movie I've ever watched in French, actually. And so it's like set in the 50s, I think. It's like brutal school politics. And this one teacher, I remember one dodgy scene in it. Yeah, there's one dodgy scene in that. But I really liked Pierre in that movie. He was like a sensitive kid who sings like the solo in the chorus scene at the end. So I just thought he has a great singing voice. Yeah, 1, yeah, he's like very normal. Again, I was like 10, maybe 12. Little guy, yeah, he was a little guy. He was just a silly guy. 1, that's just wholesome, yeah. 1, yeah, he was like a wholesome guy. Just a lad. Yeah, just a lad. My voice is giving out a bit because I'm trying to hurry up for the rest. Okay, next slide. Luke from The Place Beyond the Pines. I don't know, I just like that movie, okay? He wears bandanas. You cannot see the hair again, damn it. I keep writing cool hair and then you cannot see the hair. Bad, but I can fix him. I swear. Yeah, he's kind of terrible. He's like a crap dad. He also robs a place, I think, in this movie. But I was like, I can fix him. Surely I can fix him. This is not even about Ryan Reynolds normally. It's not Ryan Reynolds. What's his fucking name? Damn it. It's not about the actor normally. It's just about Luke from that movie. I think he also dies at the end. To be fair. Are you sure? No, it's not. I forgot. Because I only watched this movie once, I think, when it came out. Ryan Gosling? I don't know. I don't think so. But I might be dumb. I'm not always good with actor names. Hold on. Who was it that I'm thinking of? Not this. No, it was Ryan Gosling. I'm actually dumb. It wasn't even Ryan Gosling normally. It's just in this movie. I was just brutally dumb. It was like one of those moments where I like know the answer, and then I second guess myself, and then I was right. It's just in this movie. He's actually like really crap, but I was like, I can fix him. Surely I can fix him. And I just liked his bandana, I'll be honest. He like drives motorcycles and he, I think, robs a place and he's being a terrible dad. And maybe he dies at the end of the movie. I don't know. What do you think? What is your rating? Was that a 6? Potters was your 6 for Luke? Easily a 6, okay. If you have to say I can fix him, it's at least a 6. That's fair. Yeah, there's a few where I'm like, I can make him better, you know? Surely I would not make him worse, surely. I can fix him person now, but like, he is perfect as he is person. Growth, James. Character growth. Respect. I'm sorry he does not sound fixable. Fine. Surely I can fix him. Surely he's not gonna rob a place and abandon his child again. Surely not. 5-1. Fair. I think we must be kind of close. I think there's maybe only like 2 or 3 I can remember of doing. Oh, this has been a really funny stream. Alright, next slide. And a rare woman, both Putin and Anton from the movie Putin and Anton from 1999. Don't ask, I was really into this movie. And I really like both of the main characters in this movie. You see them right there. And mind you, again, I was like 7, 8 years old when I really liked this movie. They were like they're best friends in this movie. They come from different classes, and they cause a lot of trouble using the and. Yeah, too many ands. Sorry, because and is like the titling from the movie. In the movie, they have the and, the ampersanding. So yeah, they're both like creative. They like music. They're silly, and then Anton the boy is like quite sweet. He never watched It So One. Fair. So he takes care of his mum, who's struggling a lot, and then Punchin is quite brave because she goes out and does like street musicians to raise money to help Anton's mum. Seems valid for a 7-year-old, yeah. This is like the one German 90s movie I like. 2 because they are 2 people, that's fair. I don't know, I just like both of them. They were like sweet. And that movie is actually based. If you're wondering, hold on. Punchin and Anton is the movie that this song is from, which I think hold on, do I have it in my playlist in one of them? Surely I remember having it in one of them. I don't remember though exactly. No, hold on, I haven't liked. I remember this though. I'll play this song, hold on. This song is from Punchin and Anton. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Shout out to that movie. It is a banger. It is old as fuck at this point, but it's a banger. Potter's Jam, so true. The song is called Glücklich. So happy. Ba 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 da 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 da. I love this song so much. Like it's like the brain cells. But yeah, if you ever want to like watch a really like silly, like this is also, by the way, if you want to, this is an adaptation of an Eric Kästner book, who's done like Evil and the Detectives and stuff like that. So it's like a lesser known book by a well-known children's book author. This is the movie adaptation. But yeah. Well, okay, we've rated these. Moving on. Yeah, this one is gonna be bad. This is another I Could Fix Him, guys. I was really into Homicide, Life on the Streets, which is a 90s cop show. Sorry. Yeah, this is bad. I forgot about this. I'll be honest. He looks like a ghost. He doesn't look... Yeah, 7, 8. Yeah, he's a conspiracy theorist. He's also like... What? Okay, the reason why I'm obsessed with this character is that a wax figure. No, he's just a 90s guy. He's a guy from the 90s. I think this is like a screenshot from season 1, which is from 1993, man. This is older than like everyone in this chat. Sorry. Yeah, this is a bit unhinged. But like, if you're wondering, so okay, this is my lore dump about him, because like the reason I was obsessed with him, guess who's watched those as well? What? You've watched Homicide Live on the Street? What? He looks dead. I'm sorry. Orange carrot pip, yippee. Conspiracy theorist raises it by 10 automatically. He's only a conspiracy theorist once he's older, okay? He has cool lore, man. Like, the reason I liked his character wasn't really because I was like, oh my gosh, he's so hot or anything like that. It's just because he has, like, such cool lore, okay? Because they invented his character for this TV show, Homicide: Life on the Streets, which ran in the 90s. It was like a pretty popular cop show. It's because he has good hair? He has okay hair. His hair isn't the best. He just has he's like really snarky. He's very sarcastic, but he's also really loyal, has a good heart. He also runs a bar in the show, but then he has cool lore because he has glasses, yeah. And he wears suits. It's not a bad show for the time. Yes! Also, no one ever... Oh my god, I love that show so much. Like, obviously, it is of the times, but still. They invented the character for this show. The show had like 6 seasons, I think, then had a movie, and then they imported his character to Law and Order Special Victims Unit, which again I was also obsessed with. So he's the longest running TV show character ever. He has the most crossover appearances in other like franchises, because he's also in X-Files. Shout out John Munch, absolute king. And he has like his centric. He also has like I stand by the opinion that he's very gay coded in just everywhere, but like, this is me. He's just, I don't know, he's just cool. And I loved having like all the lore bits and having he has so much content. Like, because he has the whole TV show, and then he has 15 seasons of Law and Order Special Victims Unit, in which he's also in it. And then he has like crossovers with X-Files and like other TV shows that tie those universes together, and he single-handedly connects literally the original Law and Order TV show to like Arrested Development. I'm not kidding. Like, this guy is crazy. And oh my gosh, sorry, I just think he has cool lore. That's like why he's on this list. Genuinely just because I want to chat about him, because I think he's underappreciated. And he didn't get the good, like, he get kind of a nice goodbye from the show because he's no longer on SVU. His character, like, left the show in 2015. But, like, yeah, he left, so, like, because it's the character. Law Sounds Interesting still looks dead, I'm sorry about. It's fair. Like, this isn't the best picture I could ever get, but, like, oh gosh, I need the rest of the season. I only have, like, 2 seasons on DVD, which I bought from an antique shop. James. One of my biggest, genuinely, like, things I want to buy in life is from Homicide, the whole show, that edition, which looks like a case file, like, file organizer. There's like this one edition of like the whole TV show where it's like a file cabinet. You pull it out and the seasons looks like files, and I'm like obsessed with it, but it's like really expensive. It's like 100 quid expensive, and you have to import it because it's very rare at this point. But like, I'm like, I want to get it at some point because I was obsessed. Also, fun fact, if you guys want to ever get into this TV show, doesn't have one main queer character. It has 2! Well, in the later seasons. It has 2 bisexual main characters. Well, one sexually questioning and one openly bisexual. In the 90s, boys. Actually cracked. Shout out. It has a character. It has like the same... The crazy thing is, it pulls the move that Brooklyn Nine-Nine pulled with Rosa, but in the 90s. Because it has a character that is part of the whole cast and then comes out as like sexually, at least in this case, sexually questioning in season 5, I think, if I remember correctly. Shout out to Tim. He was a king. He was just a character the whole season. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come out, and then he ends up being bisexual, settling on that label. Then he also becomes a Buddhist because he's a king. Then he also low-key murders someone at the end. But you know, he's fine. We can all fix him. But yeah, no, John Munch is such a cool lore character, and following his threads through like TV universes of the 90s and 2000s is like so cool. But yeah. Moving on. I think this is the final one, Danny Pudi. Again, the community influence. He's also a funny guy. He has very nice eyes, I think. He has a great voice. He voices... he's a voice actor in the new DuckTales series. 3. Fair. And he also plays Abed in Community. Any Community enjoys. But yeah, I really like him. I think he's cool. Cool fella. Nice guy. More animals? Huh? More animals? Why animals? Oh, because it's a duck. No, but I just mean like he has a good voice, and you might know this voice from animated TV shows, including DuckTales. Because, well, that's his recent work. Stuff like Community at this point is... We didn't give any ratings for John Munch, did we? No, I thought everyone gave like a 1 or 2 or 3 maybe. I thought you gave ratings already. Or did you not, boys? If you want to rate more, but... Fair? It was 1 anyways? Yeah, I think you guys did rate. But yeah, so... For this one, it's like, I liked Ahmed and Community a lot. John Munch gets a 3, that's fair. Danny Pudi is quite cool. I also watched like a few of his, like... He was one of those guys where I went through a lot of his back catalogue. I watched a bunch of random ass movie. I have no idea who this is, but one. Yeah, so like... Most media references I can make is that he was one of the main actors in Community, and he is a voice actor on DuckTales. Or he was a voice actor on DuckTales. The 2016 one, not the old one. Yeah. Cool guy, I think. Any more ratings? Any more ratings for Danny Pudi? Any ratings? Because I believe this is the final one. My god, my voice is actually dying. Because I do a lot more talking in this stream, I think, than normally. Since I don't have like gameplay or anything that takes off the attention, so I feel like I'm talking a lot. Rip Yellow's voice? Yeah, it's fine though. I'll just chill after this. But, yeah. Any ratings for Danny? Yeah, no, I'm gonna die on my own hill. You're allowed to, boss. You're allowed. Any more ratings, lads. The final ratings of the stream. I assume you saw my one? I did see your one, yeah. I wasn't expecting anything else at this point, James. 2? Okay. Sticking with my 2? Okay. 3? Okay, pretty low level, I'd say. Yeah. Alright, boys. We've reached the end. We've made it through. Can I get a clap? The end, yippee. Yeah. That was fun. Clap. I'm glad you guys liked it. This was a stream that was quite a lot of effort. But yeah, we've gone through, if you exclude... Fuck off. If you exclude the 3 slides that were like explainy slides, we had 54 crush slides. You gotta consider if this was childhood and teenage crushes, adulthood can only mean massive growth. Exactly! Surely I will get better! But yeah, so... This was, surely, this was, my childhood crushes! And, we've gone through a lot of different things. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Please don't call me out. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. If you're new here, please follow. I don't really do this type of content all the time, but we do fancy stuff quite a bit. We're gonna do modded Minecraft tomorrow, Evergreen. Was thinking we could do some mining, some exploring, maybe some tool crafting, a bit of chill times. And also Skitty Skylines on Friday. So hope to see loads of you there. Thank you for the claps, lads. Also, we still have open mod applications. I'll open until end of the week. So if you want to apply, I'd highly encourage you to do so. I'm putting the link in chat. It's also on our Discord. We're looking for 1 to 2 people to join our mod team. best Valentine's Day stream ever. I'm glad you guys liked it. I thought this was very funny, and I had a lot of fun putting the stream together. But yeah, apply if you're interested. As long as you're over the age of 15, everyone's welcome, no matter the experience level. Begging you to upload that on Discord. What, the VOD of this? So I can see what I missed? Sure. I guess I can put the link there. How would I upload that on Discord? I don't know. Either way, I hope to see a few more applications if possible. Oh, the presentation. Oh, of course, of course. That makes more sense. I'm stupid. And thank you so much to everyone who participated in the stream. You guys made it incredibly fun, and I loved all of your participation today. I definitely would want to do more streams like this. Another thing that I would, would you guys be interested? Like, I've already talked a bit about it in this stream, of course, but would you guys want like a favorite TV shows and movies slideshow? Or other like PowerPoint presentation? Hell yeah, other PowerPoint presentation streams, because I had a lot of fun. I thought this was really cool and silly. Yeah, oh yes, okay. I'll do that soon, because I have a lot of movies that I didn't even get to talk about in this one because, well, it would have taken too long, or I didn't really have like a crush on any character in it, but I just really liked them. So I'll do like maybe like a movie one and a TV show one or something like that, and maybe like a games. It was really fun to hear you talk about those things. I'm glad, because like I don't know about you boys, but I hear about a few people talk about this sometimes online, where it's like being someone who's really, really into like a topic sometimes and wanting to like talk about it and being super, super just excited, and then sometimes you come across someone in real life who just kind of kills your excitement. It's like, I don't want to hear about this. Why do you keep going on about this topic all the time? And then you're like, I could never do just chatting streams. Judge my chatting crushes through the power of this PowerPoint I made. Yeah, I told you I would do more just chatting streams this year. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so many times I remember, like, for example, one of my big things when I was young was Sims. I, as a 10-year-old, was genuinely... Sims was my favorite game of all time. I could talk about it forever. I could play it for 24 hours straight. I was obsessed with it. And I just remember being, like, excited to share that with my family, and my family always being like, shut up, like, why do you keep talking about this? Like, are you not getting bored of it now? And I'm like, no. And then I just learned to not talk about it that much, which is sad, because being excited is one of the best things I think in life. So being able to come into my stream and know that I have like chatters who, if I go on about minuscule details of TV shows or movies or the lore of a TV character, be like, oh my god, that you guys are like, oh yeah, that's kind of interesting to hear. And I'm like, yo, nice. Give you an excuse to talk about things you really like would be such a nice thing. Definitely do more streams like this. Can be so refreshing to talk about interest. Yeah, I don't know, it's just, it makes me happy to have like spaces where I feel like people are more receptive to it. Because for sure, when I was a kid and be like, oh, I really like this book series, or I really like this TV show, I didn't really feel like a lot of people shared my level and extent of interest in it. It was like, you know, that thing where you pretend to be super casually a fan of something, even though inside you're kind of exploding. But someone's like, I like, let's say, Marvel movies, you're like, yeah, I also am a fan. In your brain, you're like, I know every fact about this, and oh my god, I'm so obsessed, I'm so happy someone's also interested. And then you kind of hold back because you don't want to overwhelm someone. But I feel like I don't have to hold back that much for you boys anymore, at least. So I could just like talk about this stuff. And I told you we'd do more Just Chatting streams this year, and I have a lot of cool ideas. Both for Just Chatting content and other stuff. I'm planning a lot. But yeah, tomorrow we'll do Evergreen. I thought we could take a break from building stuff for my villagers and do like an exploration trip to the old village and rescue some villagers from it with our little mob catcher net, and just have a little bit of a hangout. That would be fun. And again, hope to see all of you on Friday for the City Skylines stream. I've been so excited for that one. Yeah, it's really good. When I try to show the excitement that you have found someone that likes the same thing. Oh my god. That is so true. But yeah, Friday City Skyline stream. I've been so excited to play that game for the first time on stream with you guys, and I hope to see lots of you here. It seems like a nice new game to have like a chill game in the mix. So I'll try and get a little bit of mod content for that as well, because I know some things help performance a lot. Yeah, also we're only 17 followers away from doing another LEGO IRL stream, so if you're new here, please follow. And yeah, I could get a new LEGO kit. I've been thinking of either some LEGO flowers or the Vespa kit, so yippee! Alright boys, let's see if we can find someone silly on Twitch to raid. This was a really fun stream. I didn't think I would have this much fun preparing it and also executing it. So yeah, I'm trying to find someone who we can raid. Let me see in just chatting. Live channels. I'm gonna see if I can find someone. Just do maybe like a silly Valentine stream or something like it. This person maybe. Give me a moment, boys. I'm checking out if their content is appropriate. Nothing out of... Ooh, what are they doing? I think they're watching... They're doing a community Valentine's Day. That sounds really nice. I'm gonna send you over to their channel. Hold on, let me check quick information. I need quick information. Ooh, cool guy. Thank you for the great stream. I'm glad you guys liked it. This person is called Ruroni Shogun, and doing a community Valentine's Day, watching some cooking videos, it seems like. So I'm sending you over that way. Show some love. Hope you have a good Valentine's, and thank you so much for all of the participation, love on the stream. It makes me super excited to do more content like this in the future. See you tomorrow for Modern Minecraft. Bye bye, boys. Starting the raid. Why is it breaking the raid? Hello? Why are you breaking the raid? It doesn't want to raid. What the flip? Okay, we're gonna see if it's just an issue with this person. Oh, this looks... I don't like that tag. Never mind. Oh, this looks good. Someone doing a reading stream. We love that. Hold on. Oh, someone reading All About Love from Bell Hooks, which is a book. Let's see if we can rate this person. Their name is Zebsdev. We love a good reading stream. It doesn't let me raid! What the flip? Can I do /raid? Failed to start a raid. Why does it not let me raid? That is so upsetting. Okay, they don't want me to raid, never mind. Must be their raid settings. Let me find someone. Okay, this person looks cool. Sorry, I'm trying to find someone. Not having a lot of luck. Okay, we're gonna raid this person. I'm trying desperately just to find someone who lets my raid through. Surely that's alright, because I always like to end with a raid these days. This is a person doing a talking stream, doing some dating quizzes. Called Real Panda Queen, looking cool. Hopefully I can raid this person, please? Surely. Pause champ. Will it let me raid? It just... Okay, does it work? Man, this is so... looks good. Did it let through? My god, the rating is really struggling today. Okay, follow along, boys. Hope it works, because like it messed up a little bit on my like screen. But yeah, right on over, lads. If you can, if not, I'll try again. Because at least this time it let me. I'll like refresh my dashboard, because it just keeps messing up a little bit. Bosses, join in. Raid on over, and see you tomorrow from Minecraft. I hope it worked. Oh, it worked. Awesome. Bye, chat.